Alright guys, hey, I'm just figuring out on my end there's 3 non-paid buyers, so just trying to figure that out on my end. We'll get started here very shortly. I appreciate everybody's patience. Happy Friday, happy weekend. The grab bag is now ready to go up on the site for those that have been waiting for a grab bag. It will be on the site here shortly. So please check that out. It is now should now be on there. 537. Gotta make sure I got everything correct on my end. Bat spots. I gotta put some bat spots on there and then we'll be good. We'll be running it very shortly here, guys. Thanks again for all the patience. That break. Hockey. And then the Rays. Alright. I think I have it all covered. Let me just double check on one thing. Like I said, I had 3 non-pairs. That made things a little bit crazy. But I should be good now. And appreciate everybody's patience. We get through this kind of thing before we get started, so thank you guys. Alright, well, happy Friday. I have everything appears to be locked in. Alright guys, so hope everybody's doing well. For new, welcome to the show. Get some gloves. I have to go grab my beer here. But like I said, welcome, welcome. Alright, I've got that on there. One quick change to the store, and then we'll be running. We are live. Yeah, sometimes when buyers don't come through, makes it a little tricky, but that's what the definitely helps having the grab bags. Alright guys, what up guys? Alright, don't worry about that. Hit refresh for now. Alright, as always, if you bought 5 or more spots in the break room, you automatically get something extra. You have to grab a case downstairs, so I'll do that in a moment. But if you buy 5 or more, you automatically get something. Tonight, 5 or more spots, you're going to get a pack of Score 2025 football, so Score 2020 football. You're going to get one of those Pinata Smashlings 2025 Panini packs, a little 2013 Triple Play Baseball, a little USA Football 2015. Every other pack has an auto or memorabilia card. And you'll get a NBA Hoops 24-25 pack as well. So as long as you buy 5 or more spots, again, something will come your way. 10 or more spots, we'll be talking about an upgrade. Alright, so your upgrade is going to be upgraded to a Jumbo Panini Contenders 2021 football pack, a little Donruss Baseball Gravity 2025, so one of those Score 2025 packs. How about a little Fleer Brilliant Superman 2025 pack, and a Monopoly Prism Basketball 2024-2025 pack. So again, as long as you buy 5 or more spots, something comes your way, as always. Alright. I don't know, Daniel, are you in here? You're, everything Philadelphia is just pulling one over on anything Pittsburgh this week. It's been crazy. Let me see. Collections. Let me just move these around. It looks like I have things in the correct order then. Alright, that's all I had to do. Alright. We'll head on over to dad-breaks.com. Here's our upcoming schedule. Just going to be doing some Friday breaks here for the next couple weeks. This upcoming Monday's my wife's birthday. So just going to do a little bit with this, and then we're going to try to just enjoy that this upcoming week. And then I'm actually traveling a few times in the week of May for work. So we'll make things work. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll get some big breaks out there. But tonight, what is available? Well, we'll start backwards. Everything that you see down here is sold out. But we do have a few spots in our Funko break. This is one autographed Funko, one autographed Hall of Fame jersey, and one autographed multi-sport photo. Alright, so all of that is a possibility tonight. Go ahead, take a look. 7 of those, I think it was 7 spots remain, something like that. It might be a little bit less now. Baseball, this is the juiced break. So every spot here has potential. Because if we pull a juiced baseball that's not associated with a team, say a Bill Clinton, say we pull out George Bush, Jimmy Carter, any of these Gerald Ford presidents, you know, there's like 20-some people that are on here we can actually go through. Names like Dennis Rodman, Larry Bird, John Elway, Jordan Love, Armour Yager, Mike Tyson, and those presidents we talked about. Any of those, if you buy any team, you're going to have a chance at any of those quote-unquote juiced baseballs. So that gives a value to the Rockies, the Marlins, the Twins, plus any team hits that those teams might have as well. For example, like a Larry Walker with the Colorado Rockies. Alright, then we have in the helmet, full-size helmet, we have the Rockies, the Twins, the Rays, and the Nationals. I would like to point out the Rays actually have more hits. I think it's like 4 or 5 hits on this checklist. And my rep had told me Kyle Manzardo is a Ray. Then we have our 6-item break. So this is like a $6 break. It is 2 Lightning Gold Rush football cards, slabbed rookies or insane pulls. We have 2 autographed jerseys and 2 autographed photos. So 6-item break, and you'll get a random assigned team. And then last but not least, it is our grab bag, our best value of the night. I have a whole slew of things. So we have autographed, 2 autographed 8x10 photos. How about an autographed Juan Soto Yankee custom jersey? Someone will get that. We'll do the Gold Rush multi-sport. There's some huge potential out of these. I'll do a couple of those. We'll do an autographed mini helmet. You'll be assigned a random team for a mini helmet break. Then we have some other spots. The 5 of those Lightning spots will be offered up in this. Some 3 jersey Raz, some bat breaks, and some single jersey football and single jersey baseball spots as well. So a lot of good stuff in there. Priced very, very well. If you want to go in and grab a spot tonight, that is all out there. Alright guys, that is what it looks like. I think it would be a wonderful time for us to get started with a break. Then I'll grab my beer after that. let's go in. I don't know why I don't have the Lions or Colts. Give me 1 second. Plug those in, Lions and Colts. And we'll do this one. Unless I just need to refresh, maybe. Oh, just need to plug in the Lions. Which, not a surprise, it is David, I think. Yeah, alright. And then the Colts was Daniel, if I'm not mistaken. Daniel, I have you at the Colts, but I'm going to double check that that was right. Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start with this break. This is a full-size helmet break, and this is going to be in the Hit Parade break. It's a brand new series. One full-size helmet paired up with paired up with one jersey. Now that jersey's going to come from a new case. Let me bring that case. Let me actually put that helmet back now. Let me get some gloves on, and then I'll grab my beer, and I have to grab a case of the Gold Rush full-size helmets for later this evening. That was the eBay spot. But for this, you guys are going to put in the chat, and if you're new, welcome. You're going to put in the chat just one NFL division. We'll start the evening out by just giving me a division. So one NFL division. If you correctly guess the division on the full-size helmet that we use, you will get a chance here to box a mystery. So go ahead, everybody out there, one full-size. And we're just going to grab the top jersey for this. We'll just use the top jersey. Whatever jersey is on top will be the jersey we use in this specific break. Alright, so it is going to be this guy right here. Alright. So we'll use that jersey for the Black Bag collection. What we don't know now is what helmets. I have 77 and 91 as possibilities. Alright, so 77 and 91. You guys are all giving me one NFL division. Alright, so when we do this, we go in, we use the randomizer 7 times. 77 and 91. This is to determine which helmet we use. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, we're going to use 91. So I am going to make a swap here of the two that I have. Alright, so 91 is going to come on. So you can see 77, that's off. That's going to be 91. I'll show you the number here in a second. Alright, so that's 91. Alright, again, you're giving me a division for box 91, not the jersey, it's just going to be for the helmet on this. Alright, guys. Last call on those guesses. I have... Did I see? Someone say I have Kansas City or something? Okay. We have Sarah with the Cardinals, Mike with the Falcons, David's got the Ravens, Mike has the Bills, David's got the Panthers, Troy's got the Bears, Brandon with the Bengals, Mike has the Browns, Case with the Boys, David with the Broncos and the Lions, Chad's got the Packers, David with the Texans, Daniel's got the Colts, Philip's got the Jags, Brandon's got the Chiefs, Case with the Raiders, Philip has the Chargers, Gregory's got the Rams, David with the Dolphins, Sarah's got the Vikes, David with the Pats and the Saints, Greg has the Giants, David with the Jets, Daniel's got the Eagles, Shirley with the Steelers, Zach's got the Niners, TQ with the Seahawks, Jose with the Bucks, Matthew's got the Titans, and David is sitting on the commode. Alright guys, no more guesses here. We're going to get right into this. No more guesses. We will get our good luck football duck out there. Quack, quack. Alright, it's this guy right here. This was the top one, so we'll just call it box 1. Give it a cut across. Remember, your guess is for the helmet on this, so just for the helmet on the guess. Alright, here we go. From the Philadelphia Eagles, we have Darius Slay Jr. Darius Slay Jr. on a Beckett authenticated jersey. So, longtime Eagle, Darius Slay. Going out to Daniel. Daniel with the first hit of the evening. Congrats, Daniel. There was rumors that he would come back to them this year, but he decided to retire. He actually tried to go back to them last year after his time with the Steelers. Daniel, everything's going your way with the Philadelphia. You guys pulled one over on the Steelers yesterday. in the draft. You guys are just destroying us in hockey. I guess this is what happens when your baseball team loses 10 in a row. I don't know. Paul Skeens had a perfect game into the 7th inning with 2 outs today. Alright, not against Philadelphia, for those wondering. Because otherwise, if it was the Phillies, the way they would break their losing streak is if they were playing the Pirates right now. Alright, box 91. Amazing the amount of losing between the Phillies and the Mets right now. Obviously, the Mets, the losing streak ended, and they actually had a short, brief, albeit brief, winning streak, but... Alright. Hey, there's no ouch. Philadelphia has pulled everything over on Pittsburgh this week. Alright, here we go. This is sealed up all the way around. There's our front, side, back, all the other good stuff. Alright, this is our full-size helmet from Hit Parade. New series, guys. New series. Alright. Ooh! Alright. Here's a nice hit. It is a running back. We have a running back, a young running back. Alright. On a specialty helmet. Alright, here we go. Nice looking helmet. How about a salute to service? Salute to service. Cincinnati Bengal Chase Brown. Chase Brown on a salute to service Bungles helmet right there. That's a nice looking helmet. And it's Beckett authenticated. But how about a Chase Brown? Chase Brown salute to service helmet. No, it wasn't, Jeff. Not at all. Not for us. Alright, Chase Brown going out to Brandon. Brandon, congratulations. Nice hit. Alright, AFC North on our guesses. Alright, so AFC North for the guesses here. Let's see how many people have gone and done that correctly. Alright, so AFC North. I see Mike / Charlene, Ashley / Grace. AFC North. Tom, what up, Tom? Ross has it. Alright, those are the 3 names that I'm seeing. If I'm missing anybody, let me know. That's a cool looking helmet right there. And there we are, the salute to service. Nice look at the SIG. Alright. 3 names correctly guessing. We are going to go for a box of mystery. There are going to be 2 hits and 1 whammy. 2 hits and 1 whammy out there. Alright, we have the golden box, the silver box, and the golden egg. Alright. Top name, it'll either be Ashley / Grace, Mike / Charlene, or Tom will get to pick which box they would like here on the 7th time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Mr. Ross! Alright, Tom. Congrats. You are going to get to pick a box of mystery here. Silver box, you got it. Alright, Tom. that means you passed up on the Golden Egg. The Golden Egg had a 2025 totally certified pack right there. Totally certified. Alright, so totally certified pack. Not this time. Tom, you passed up on the Golden Box. The Golden Box had the whammy, but not all whammies are created equal, because this is a barrel full of monkeys. Alright, so a barrel of monkeys Funko we're going to hold on to for now. Alright, Silver. Mr. Ross, Silver is a pack of Chronicles Draft Picks 2023. Alright, Chronicles Draft Picks 2023 coming your way. Alright, Tom. Alright, Mr. Ross, you have a Tank Dell, rookie Tank Dell. There's a Jamar Chase, Mr. Jamar Chase. How about a Keaton Mitchell? Keaton Mitchell, interesting back there for the Ravens when healthy. And how about a CJ Stroud Clear Vision rookie? It's a good card right there. Nice CJ Stroud Clear Vision rookie. Alright, Tom, those cards coming your way. Alright, guys. I am going to show us our next break. We are going to do... We'll stick with that divisional thought. Let me refresh this so all the names are showing. We're going to do a mini helmet divisional break. Alright, mini helmet divisional break. That'll be next. I actually have two up here. I didn't get a chance to... let me see. Yes, I did. Did get a chance, and that is 1 and 6 are possibilities here. 1 and 6. This is box 1. This is box 6. You guys are going to give me an NFL division. I will be back in 38 seconds. I have to grab a case of helmets and a beer. Got the case. Got the brew. Alright. Last call on those guesses there, your NFL division. Let me open up. Cheers to everybody out there. Alright. We have Mike with the AFC East. Well, actually, let's figure out 6 or 1 as our helmet. 1, 2, 4, 5. Hey, box 1. Box 1. So we're going to take 6 off. We have Mike with the AFC East. David has the AFC North and South. Brandon the AFC West. David the NFC East. Mike the NFC North. Adam the NFC South. And Kelsey the NFC West. No more guesses. Remember, at the end of all these here, we'll take 4 names to get a box of mystery. All right, there's box one. Box one. Get our game on pizza. Fire made the good luck charm. Alright. Pop it up. We have a specialty helmet alert. Specialty helmet. We might have another salute to service. If I can get this out. Alright, not... It says salute to service, but that's definitely... Oh my gosh. Holy cow. We have the trifecta right here. How about this? Thurman Thomas. That is Jim Kelly. And Andre Reed, all on a Buffalo Bills helmet. That is an unbelievable hit right there. Unbelievable hit. That is an AFC East. Mike, what a hit. What a hit. 3 legendary Hall of Famers from the early 90s from the Buffalo Bills. And some of the 80s as well. Right there on that hit for you, Mr. Widows. Wow. That's an unbelievable pull. We'll call that the Bills trifecta. Like I said, Beckett authenticated Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, and Andre Reed, all on that. It's a Rave helmet right there, on that Bills Rave helmet. All right, Mr. Widows, AFC East for the guess. Well, I don't see a single AFC East guess. So we'll just hold on to those things. And let's move on a little. If I missed somebody, let me know. But I don't see any AFC East guesses. Now, it's the helmets I had labeled. It's the footballs that I don't. So we're just going to go left or right for the footballs. Alright, this one will be right. This one will be left. If you guys like the division you guessed, go ahead, stick it in there again. If you want to change it up, go for that as well. But go ahead and do an NFL division. Alright, so we're just going to go left or right for this. Full size football. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, we'll go with the one on the right. The one on the right. Alright. Alright. We have David with the AFC East, Gregory as the AFC North, Paul the AFC South, Michael the AFC West, Daniel the NFC East, David the NFC North, Adam the NFC South, and Zach has the NFC West. No more guesses. Let's jump into it. Let's keep that game on. Pulling some monsters with that. Alright. Alright. See the number 27 on an NFL football. I don't know who this is. I'm going to have to look this up. There's the signature. Looks like C27. Alright, this is a Beckett authentication though, guys. Beckett on our authentication here. So I'll go in and we'll look this up for us all. Right. Certification number, we've got 2W144184, and we've got 39825. This is Chamari Connor. Chamari Connor, second round pick last year. Chamari Connor, second round. Mark Connor. Fourth round. Well, I guess that's 2 years ago now. 3 years ago now. Jeez. All right. Fourth rounder, KC Chiefs, AFC West. All right. Chamari Connor, AFC West. That is Mr. Evans. And Mike, you're a fan of the KC Chiefs. So there you go. Chamari Connor. That's the first time we've ever pulled one of his six. Back it on your authentication, Mr. Evans. Chamari Connor. Hey, what up, Steve? Cheers. Steve, did you see the first hit of our night? We pulled a trifecta, our first hit of the division by trifecta mini helmet. We pulled Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, and Andre Reed on that trifecta hit. Things are going pretty good. Not complaining today, at least. Alright. Same deal with baseball. Actually, we have three. Well, these are not numbered. We'll just throw these out here. Left, center, right. Left, center, right. That's how we'll do it. Left, center, right for the baseball jersey. Go ahead and give me a division. Actually, let me go ahead. AFC West guesses. Put those in. Albert. I got Albert. AFC West, I got Mr. Evans with the hit and the guess. Alright, so I got Albert and Mike Evans as the only two AFC West guesses. If I'm missing somebody, let me know. Alright. We'll just go left, center, right on this one. Didn't have a chance to number these when I grabbed the series, so I figured I'd just bring them up. Alright, we'll go with the one on the far left here. So we'll take these two off. That way, and I like how the baseball looks a little bit better backwards, so we'll do it that way. Alright, guys. In our break, David has the AL East, Gregory the AL Central, Chris the AL West, Paul the NL East, Ashley the NL Central, and Zachary has the NL West. Alright, no more guesses, everybody. Good luck, everyone. Game on. Yeah. Chamari Connor. That is a name I did not see coming. Alright. There we go. Look at that! Holy cow! How about an NL Central hit from the Milwaukee Brewers? One of the best young outfielders, when healthy, of course. JSA authenticated Jackson Chourio cabinet right there. Jackson Chourio. Alright, so Ashley. Big hit right there for you, Ashley. Jackson Chourio. He would have helped the Brewers prevent getting perfect no-hit and perfect game by Paul Skeens. Almost through 8 today. 7 or 6 or almost through 7. 6 2/3 of perfect pitched baseball by Paul Skeens. All right, Jackson Chourio. You were welcome, Ashley / Grace. All right, NL Central guesses. What up, Jose? Jose's the only name I see in there that's getting added. All right. If I missed anybody on that one, let me know. All right, full-size basketball. This one, we only have one up here for us, so we know we're breaking. This one happens to be box 6. This guy right here, box 6. Go ahead, give me a NBA division. Go ahead and put that in there. One NBA division. Alright guys, last call on those guesses because Charlene's got the Atlantic, David has the Central, Chris has the Southeast, Daniel has the Northwest, Zach Attack with the Pacific, and Chad looking to stay hot with the basketball. He's in the Southwest. Alright guys, I am going to call no more guesses. No more guesses. Good luck. Let's do it. Game on. Alright. 6. Sealed up. All the way around. This is a rip it and ship it thing. Alright, rip it and ship it. Box 6. There is the basketball. It is a Wilson Beckett authenticated basketball. Well, how about back-to-back breaks with this guy? That's something else. Back-to-back breaks with a Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp on the hit. And I believe Chad is going to get... Oh, he has Southwest. Who has Northwest? Northwest in this one is going to be Daniel. Daniel. So different person getting this one here. We have a Sean Kemp basketball. Ironically, we pulled one of those just the other day. But we have Sean Kemp coming out of this. Going out to Daniel. Daniel, congratulations on the Sean Kemp basketball. Boy, Ed. Alright. Head to NL Central. Thank you. Alright. So we have Northwest on this. Northwest. I don't see a single Northwest guess. Now let me know if I'm wrong. I could be missing somebody, but I don't see anybody with a Northwest guess. Alright. How about this? Everybody out there, give me on one line, that's right. Do you want, give me two, let's see, give me Eastern or Western Conference. Conference. Don't give me a hockey division, give me a conference. Because I want to add some names. I want to add some names here towards the chance of the box of mystery. So give me a conference. If you guess correctly, you could be East or West here. Your name will get added. So that's pretty simple here. Just give me East or West for the guesses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 1 through 6 on this. Seven times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. That's the one on the bottom. We'll do the one on the bottom that happens to be box 20. Box number 2020. Alright, so see that right there, 20. That's the one we're going to use. So you just tell me Eastern or Western Conference for your guesses on this one. Alright, but we break this down by division, and we have Steve with the Atlantic, Daniel has the Metro, David has the Central, and then we have Kelsey G. Couple Kelseys tonight. Kelsey G with the Pacific. Alright guys, no more guesses. Good luck. Good luck here. You know, let's change things up. Get that good luck hockey duck. Quack quack. Quack quack. Alright, this again, box 20. Alright, I'm going to give a cut there and down here. Alright. Well, I can show you this because I don't know who it's going to be yet. Alright, we have from the 2024 NHL Draft, we have draft pick Consta Helenius. Consta Helenius. Alright, Consta Helenius. Alright, so Consta. Finnish hockey player for the Buffalo Sabres. Consta Helenius, Buffalo Sabres, 14th overall draft pick in that draft. Made his NHL debut this year, playing in the AHL as a 20-goal scorer. But Consta Helenius is going to go to the Buffalo Sabres. All right, so if you had an Eastern Conference guess, you'll be correct. And then Atlantic is Steve. Steve, back-to-back breaks with hits. All right, Steve, congratulations, Consta Helenius, on your hit. That is a licensed puck, obviously, from the 2024 draft. Congratulations. What is, you don't mind sharing her first name? Well, no, you don't have to, but tell your daughter congratulations. That's awesome. You are welcome. All right. Eastern Conference guesses. Nora. Congratulations, Nora. That's a beautiful name. I really like that name a lot. All right, East. All right, we're adding John, George, Mike / Charlene, Grace / Ashley, Jeff. Your name is getting added. So is David's. We are going to go Greg. And then Tom. Then Daniel. Alright, those names all got added. Alright, and then if you had a correct guess in here previously, your name is actually in here twice. Because I wanted to make sure we had extra people get extra shots. Because we're going to have 5 items out there, and 4 different people are going to get a box of mystery here. Right? 5 items will be out there. 4 different people will get a box of mystery. Let's have some fun with this, alright? Trying to make sure I got a little something of everything here. There's 4. I need 1 more item. There we go. Alright. We're going to have a golden egg, a rose gold, a flower power, silver, and then babes. Alright. Alright, top 4 unique names. So if your name repeats, we'll go down. You'll still get some, but we need top 4, like, these are 4 unique names that would count, alright? There's 1, there's 2, 3, there's 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, so Mike's name repeats, so we'll move down. So it's going to be Mike Evans, Mike / Charlene, Troy, and George. You're each going to get a box of mystery. So Mike Evans, Mike / Charlene, Troy, and George. Go ahead, my friends. Each of you can pick a box of mystery and see what you got. You put your names down on some stickers. This first come, first serve on the giveaway. And Alright, so golden egg, rose gold, babes. That is leaving us with Charlene. Charlene, I need you to make a selection here. Go ahead, Charlene. You could either go with the flowers or the silver. Charlene can go with flowers or silver here. And while we wait on Charlene, Um, put up my other brewski. Oh, silver, we got it. All right. We will hold out on that brewski. All right, that means everybody passed up on flowers, it looks like. All right. All right, flower power. Not today. Flower actually had a unique pack of Sage Hit 2012. A little throwback there from 2012. Alright, Sage 2012, not going out today. Silvers to Charlene. Charlene, you want silver? How about this? How about an On It pack? Chance at an auto of a Penn State team pack from 2025. Alright, Charlene, let's see what we got here. We will give this, it's a pull tab rip, and then there's a pack actually inside of there. So there we go. It'll be in here. Let's see what you're getting, Charlene. Let's see if we can get you an auto. Maybe. Alright, Charlene. You have an officially licensed team card, QR code. Keon Wiley. How about AJ Harris? Cam Wallace, King Mack, Dominic Rulli. You have a backwards card. It is a parallel. Drew Shelton parallel. Tony Rojas, Sam Siafa, Kari Jackson, and Zane, don't call me Kevin, Durant. Alright, Charlene, those cards coming your way. No auto, we did get a parallel. Alright, Charlene. Troy's got the golden egg. Alright, Troy, the golden egg is going to be a pack of Donruss basketball 21-22. 21-22. Donruss basketball for Troy. All right, Troy. That is Andre Drummond. Ricky Rubio. C.D. Osman. Killian Hayes. Carmelo Anthony with the Lakers. And nice looking Bill Russell, power in the paint. Alright, one of the all-time greats right there. Bill Russell. Alright. Our next one, Rose Gold, is going out to George. Alright, George, Rose Gold coming your way. George, you're going to get the whammy. Nickelodeon. Yo, I'm a 90s baby here. Alright, you're going to get a pair of Rugrat socks. Alright, you're going to get a pair of Rugrat socks coming your way, George. Alright, last but not least, we have the Babes going out to Mr. Evans. Alright, Mike. The Babes. How about this? One of my all-time favorite products. Allen and Ginter. Allen and Ginter, our Topps product right here. Always a wild card. What you're going to pull from a 91 Allen and Ginter Topps pack. Alright. There's a Alec Bohm. Oh, that's awesome. He is one of my all-time favorites. The late legendary, hey, shoots and scores. Beat him like a red mule. Scratch my back with an axe-all. Mike Lang, legendary Penguins announcer. Did a little bit of baseball with the Pirates in the 80s, but known for his hockey, Mike Lang. Darryl Strawberry. Vita Blue on a mini. Deep Sea Shiver. And DJ LeMahieu. There you go. Those cards coming your way, Mr. Evans. You guys are welcome. Obviously, we hope to pull autos or fun, random stuff, but you never know. You just never know. And that's half the fun. You're welcome, Mike. Mike Lang almost would have been in your city area had the Penguins moved. Alright, let me look at something real quick before I talk about it. Alright. Let me just double check on one thing real quick. I don't know if I ever adjusted. Alright. Alright. Let me go ahead and show you. On the site, there are 11 spots remaining in our grab bag. There are 6 spots remaining in our Lightning 6-box break. There is 1 spot remaining in our helmet break. And 1 spot remaining in our bat break. Everything else tonight, sold. Out of here. Alright guys, so like I said, everything else sold out. I think it's a good time for us to do... Well, I'm going to have to get caught up. Let's do... Let me see. Yep, I have some work to do on mine. Actually, Jaguars is all I need to figure out on this one, and then I'll get caught up after this break. Alright, we're going to do the mini helmet. Don't worry. If you don't see your name, I will refresh this in a second. For this break, you guys, it's a football break. We're going to put 1 mini helmet and not 1, but 2 jerseys out there. Everybody out there, you're going to give me 5 NFL players. That's right, 5 players, 1 line. If you correctly guess the player that comes out of either of these, any of these 3 boxes, you are going to get a box of mystery. That's right, every single person that guesses correctly here will get a box of mystery. If they guess a player that comes out of any of the 3 boxes we use correctly. Alright, let me go ahead and put these into a refresh. And then we will get into this one. Alright. Here's a look at all the names. Alright, jerseys. 1 is on the left, 7 is on the right. We also have 8 and 10 remaining up here. Alright, so 1, 7, 8, 10. Top 2 numbers, 2 jerseys we'll use. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Boxes 7 and 8. Boxes 7 and 8. 1 is on the left, 7's on the right. 7's going to remain out there. 8 is going to come on, though, and replace box 1. There's 8. There goes numero. No, we'll actually put that back here. We might use that later. Alright, mini helmet. Box 1 is our placeholder. We also have 4, 6, 8. No, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 11 are possibilities here. Alright, so 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 11 remaining from our case. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 7. Box 7 for the 7th time. Alright, coming on. Number 7. It's coming off number 1. Alright, last call on those guesses. Just several spots remaining on the site, not much remaining. Everything gets towards your giveaways as well. David has the Cardinals, Ashley with the Falcons, David with the Ravens, Case has the Buffalo Bills, David with the Panthers, Juan has the Bears, Mike has the Bungles, Case has the Browns, Jeff in the action with the Boys, Paul has the Broncos, David with the Lions, Mike has the Packers, David has the Texans, Jeff with the Colts, Gregory's got the Jags, Brandon's got the Chiefs, William's got the Raiders, Albert with the Chargers, Gregory's got the Rams, David with the Dolphins, Paul's got the Vikes, David with the Pats, Ashley with the Saints, we've got Brandon with the Giants, William with the Jets, Daniel with the Eagles, Juan with the Steelers, Zach's got the Niners, Cody with the Seahawks, David's got the Bucks, the Titans, and sitting nicely, the Commanders. Alright guys, I'm going to call no more guesses here. Good luck everybody. We'll start 7, 8, 7. We'll go in that order just like that. Let's do the Whopper though. Yum yum, give me some. Box 7. Here is that seal. Going around. We're going to give it a cut across. See what kind of damage we can do. Box 7. Ooh, how about this? There's a name we don't see too often. A little Vince Wilfork. The big man. The big defensive tackle. Right there. Center of the defense himself. Vince Wilfork. That is a hit for the Patriots. The former University of Miami, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I think he's from the U. But Vince Wilfork is from the Pats. David, there you go. Patriots. Vince Wilfork. Congrats, David. The Vinnie Pie. Big sig for a big man. Alright. Patriots on the board. Box 8. There's that seal. Cut across. See what we got. White. Lendell White. Rose Bowl champion on that right there. Signature on a USC jersey. That's a Titans hit, guys. Tennessee Titans on the board. Lendell White, JSA, 2003, 2004, Rose Bowl champions. Lendell White. That'll be a Titans hit. And that is also the David. Back-to-back hits there for David. On a Lendell White. What a dynamic duo him and Reggie Bush were at USC. The amount of money those guys got paid before it was legal. There was a rumor that they had the most expensive backfield in the country at the time. And that included the NFL. Alright. Mini helmet. Box 7. Gold Rush. There's the front. There's the back. One cut. Maybe those two. And we're going to go straight across. We have a specialty helmet. It looks like it's a slate helmet. It is a slate helmet. And it is from the Philadelphia Eagles. All right. We have wide receiver Deshaun Jackson on a slate helmet right there for the Fly Eagle Fly. Daniel, there you go. Daniel, second Eagles hit of the night. This time it's Deshaun Jackson. Don't fumble that at the goal line. Deshaun Jackson fumbled the ball at the goal line in a high school USA military game. He did it in college, and then he did it in the NFL. Unbelievable talent, but he never learned on that single thing. Had a long career too. He did learn, but it took a little time. Alright guys, congratulations. Alright, I'm going to guess no guesses on that. Let me know. Grace, alright, you have Jackson. I'm going to guess that was Bo Jackson. I'm not going to lie. Deshaun is not one I'm going to go with on that, because I feel like you'd have to specify Deshaun if you were going with that. And then nobody's got Wilfork. So I'm going to go with nobody on that. I'm going to take all the names out. And I'm going to give somebody a chance here at something. Alright. All the names. You were going to tell me which totally certified you want. Do you want the one on the left or the one on the right? There's 2 packs out there. All the names. Top name on the 7 time is going to get a box of mystery here. Top name has to be the top name. It has to be the guess. If it's just name, like, for example, message retracted, Mike Evans would count, but Mahomes, Marino, Montana would not. So it has to be a name. There's 2, the 3, 4, 5, 6. One more makes it 7 times. We have Thomas Sweeney. All right, Tom. You get to tell me left or right. Left or right, Tom. Or Thomas. Mr. Sweeney, left or right. This is a 2025 totally certified pack. Going with the one on the right. Alright, that one there. We'll take the one on the left out of here. Alright, Thomas. Let's see what you got. Well, that is a little something something. That is an intriguing player. Ooh. Alright, we'll end it with there. There is a little piece of memorabilia in here for you, Thomas. You have intriguing player. That is a Carson Steele rookie right there. Carson Steele, intriguing player rookie. How about a Cade Stover rookie right there? Cade Stover. A DeAndre Swift. And then check this out. Super Bowl winning quarterback Sam Darnold, piece of the game. Sam Darnold, piece of the game. Patch card right there for you. You know, Sam Darnold love. And by the way, I keep saying 2020. That's 2024 totally certified. That's my bad. 2024. Alright, Thomas, those cards coming your way. Alright, let me go in and I'm going to have to do a little catching up on some of the orders that we had since we got started. Trying to think of the best way to do this. Alright, here's the deal. Our next break is going to be... Nope, it can't be that one. It's going to be our Funko break. Everybody out there, all you have to do is give me one letter from the alphabet. One letter from the alphabet. It's going to be a couple minutes before we do this, so if you need to get a beer, that's fine. I'm going to go in, catch up on some of the orders we had since we started here at 10 o'clock. It actually is a little bit more than what you see on the screen right there with George's name, but I'm going to get caught up on some of the orders that came in, and so feel free to go ahead, take a potty break, whatever. I want to go in and just get these plugged in. Alright, so let me plug these all in. If you have questions, let me know. But we should be good. Ashley, Jeff Hawks, I've got you guys in there. I had those in. But we're going to go in, plug in a lot of the grab bag spots that came in. And obviously some of the Funko spots that you guys see on the screen. But you can give me one letter from the alphabet. We'll be doing this break next. By the way, if you haven't yet, feel free to refer a friend. I give a $20 credit for every referral that you do on the site as well. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I can go into more detail about that later on. Mr. Sweeney, I got you with a couple spots in the Funko. Brandon has a spot in the grab bag. So does Mr. Ross. David's got 3 spots in the grab bag. My city has turned inside out. Pittsburgh has been nuts this week, guys. Absolutely nuts. I decided not to go down for the draft. It's just a little too crazy. Too many people for me. I think it would be fun if I didn't have a full-time job to have gone down during the day to some of the activities. Just traveled a little bit on Thursday. Not a little bit, a lot on Thursday. And then today, as soon as work ended and I got home, I was getting prepped for the break. So, but My brother sent me some videos. Had some friends send me some videos. They're having a good time. I definitely, personally, think I would enjoy the All-Star Game Fan Fest activities in Philadelphia this summer more. I've gone to many fan fests. I've never been to a draft, but I think I'd enjoy the Fan Fest more in comparison. But I'm not sure. Maybe I wouldn't. Can't say from experience, but that's a lot of people. I'm getting to the age where I'm sort of sometimes a curmudgeon when it comes to too many people. Too many people, I'm turning into a curmudgeon. I'm like my dad was at the end of, towards the end, the last 10 years of his life. He was like, or probably 15, 20 years. Too many people. What's the point sometimes? Alright. You see, if I didn't say her name, don't worry. I just was spewing some stuff. But I've got David, Michael, Thomas, Troy, Mike, Daniel, Gregory, Shirlene, Richard. I've got you in some grab bag spots. Paul's got a grab bag, 3 grab bags, and a football. What? Let's see, Vance. What up, Vance? I've got you in the football. Philip, Mr. Have Yourself a Day, has a couple grab bag spots. Zachary's got 4 of them. 2, 3, and 4. Jose's got 2 of them. George has I think it was the last 3 spots in the Funko break. Let me make sure I've got this one. Just make sure I've got this lined up. 3. 8. Who did I mess up on? Alright, George has 3. Darlene has 1. Thomas has 2. Alright. Brian. That's 2. I got this. I got it. By the way, you are giving me 1 letter from the alphabet if you are joining for the break you see on your screen. That was Ryan. Ryan, I had you. That was in the grab bag. Grab bag. Alright, Ryan. Alright, so Mr. Sweeney. I got you. George, you. Alright, perfect. Almost done here. About 59 seconds left. Mr. Hawks, I've got you in a few spots here. I'll be marking those down. Mr. McClure, John, welcome back to the show. Good to have you. Alright, so Richard, I've got you in the football break. John's got 2 grab bags. Hope you're well. We've got Peter. What up, Peter? Peter's back in the action after a nice break the other day. Peter's got the Rockies. He's got the Twins. And he's got a grab bag spot. Mr. Hawks has 6 grab bags. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then he's got the Nats and the Marlins. Steve, what up, Mr. Robbins? You have the Rocks. Mr. Harrison has 4 spots in the grab bag. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Philip has the Twins. And I think almost done. I think I got 3 spots left to put in here. Case, George, and John. Alright, so right now I am working with John. John has a spot in the Lightning. George has a couple grab bags. Case. Hold up. Case has the Rays. Tampa Bay Rays. Alright, grab bags. One. That leaves us with 11. Alright, give me 1 second here. I don't know why it's showing me a 0 here. Sometimes, there we go. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 2. There's the 4. 2, 3. 1 second here. And it's going to be Charlene. Richard, that's who I got. And Ryan. Richard and Ryan. And then 2, and then it's 5. Wait, 2. Hold on a second. Just making sure this is right. It's looking off. Alright, good. We're good. We're good. I just want to make sure I had the right numbers in for everybody. That's why I said it like that. Alright, so Charlene, you have 2 spots. Gregory's got 5. Alright. Daniel with 2. Mike with 2. Troy with 1. TQ with 2. Mr. Evans has 2. David has 3. Mr. Ross has 1. And then Brandon, okay. We're good to go. Alright. Good to go. And then grab that. Alright, guys. I will refresh this. Actually, we'll refresh this in a minute. Brandon, let me see. Brandon, Thomas, David, Mr. Evans, DQ, Mr. Burns, Mike Widows has 2. Yeah, that's right. Daniel, Gregory, Charlene, Ryan, Richard, Paul has 3. Philip, 2. Zachary, and there Jose, John, Peter, Jeff, Chris, George. Alright. I don't know where it's missing. Did I not sell? Let me just make sure. Well, that would explain why it was off. I needed to sell 60, and I think I was only selling 59. That's why we were off. Alright, we're good. We're good, guys. We are good. Alright. We gotta figure out which boxes we're gonna use. We have box 1 out there as our placeholder for the jersey. We have every number but the number 4. We used the number 4 the other day. Alright, so every number but the number 4. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Yeah, there's some zeros in there, but that doesn't matter. 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, number 6 for our jersey here. Number 6, let me grab that. Don't worry if you don't see your name. We'll get it out there in a little bit. Box 6. 1 out of here. Now for our photo. it looks like we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are possibilities here for the jersey. 3, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 7. Box 7. Cross that out. And now for our Funko. Number 3 is out there on the table. Let's have 4 and 6. 3, 4, and 6 are possibilities here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 4. Alright, we're going to call last call on those guesses. Last call on the guesses right now for the letter. Because we're going to go in, we're going to grab all these, and we're going to mix them all up. This was the 7th time. George would have the letter A, and George would have the letter Z. These are all the names. I'm going to go 7 times. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Daniel's going to have A, and George is going to have the letter Z. All right. Oops, I hit the wrong button. No more guesses was very obvious. All right. In our break, we're going to have Daniel with A, Ashley B, Paul C, Ashley D, George has E, F, G, Ashley H, I, George has J, K, Thomas has L, George has M, N, O, P, Shirley's got Q, Thomas has R, George has S, Chris has T, U, Daniel's got the V, George has W, David unfortunately stuck with the X, and George has X, Y, and Z. Alright guys, no more guesses. Too late for the Funko. Yes, but there are spots in other breaks tonight. Lots of, and especially the grab bag, Vlad. Alright, guys. Game on. Photo number 7. Photo 7. We're going to throw it back a few years. To the 70s, we have from the Raiders. Philip Villapiano. Philip Villapiano. Daniel going to get a hit here. The trifecta, the hat trick for Daniel tonight. Philip Villapiano on the hit there. The letter V. Villapiano. All right. Philip Villapiano. Here's box 6, jersey 6. Pizza again. Secondary seal all the way around. Gonna give that a cut, see what we got. Alright, give this a cut. Oh, this is fun. Look at that. From the Minnesota North Stars, this dude was the cross-checking maniac. How about a little Dino Ciccarelli, Hall of Famer Dino Ciccarelli on a Minnesota North Star. Paul, there you go, Paul. Dino Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli on the hit, going out to Paul. Beckett on the authentication. Dino Ciccarelli. That's 4 though. Keep it going. Okay, Daniel. I can't even count. Hey, that means the Flyers have only won 1 game, right? Because I can't count. I thought it was 3, but I can't count. Maybe it's only been 1. Alright, box 4, guys. Here we go. Gonna give this a cut right there. See what we got. Ho, 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 ho. Monster hit here. How about from the Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens, Hall of Fame linebacker, Ray Lewis going out to Mr. Thomas Sweeney. Thomas Sweeney on the big hit right there. Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis on the Beckett authenticated Funko right there. Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis. I don't know if George has that one, Thomas. That might be a trade bait for you and George, Thomas. Ray Lewis on the Funko. Nice hit, Thomas. Nice hits, Paul, Thomas, and Daniel. A couple Hall of Famers in there, and the Super Bowl champion. Alright, so CLV. CL and V are for the guesses. C. Alright, Jeremiah has the letter C. Gilbert has the letter L. Alright, those are the only two, CL or V, that I see. Jeremiah had the C. Gilbert had the L. Am I missing anybody? Let me know if I'm missing anybody. I see Jeremiah and Gilbert, though. Alright. Let me get these boxes ready for you two. Alright. These are the two boxes. Jeremiah and Gilbert. Jeremiah and Gilbert, let's go. Top name, pick in a box of mystery. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. It's going to be Gilbert. Alright, Gilbert. Which of these boxes would you like? Would you like to go with the gingerbread house, the rose gold, or the silver? Gilbert going with rose gold. Alright, Gilbert, that means you passed up on the gingerbread. The gingerbread had a Topps Heritage Minor League Hobby Pack with the chance at an auto out of there. Alright, Gilbert. You also passed up on the silver. The silver had the whammy. Inside of here was not all whammies create equal tonight. How about a little Slash Funko? Alright, so Slash's Funko. Not this time. But, Gilbert, let's have some fun with this. Let's have a pack of historic autographs, The Mob. Let's see if we can get you. These are hobby packs, so let's see if we can get you a relic or an auto or a redemption out of here. Alright, if nothing else, these are a fun pack to open. Alright, you have The Company. You have Cuba under Batista. Arnold Rothstein. The Seattle Family. I don't know much about the Seattle Family. Prohibition. Death of Angelo Bruno. Bloody mess. Exploring Hollywood. National Crime Syndicate. Stefano Maggiadino. and Gemini Method Murder. Alright, no relics or autos or anything, but those are a fun pack to open. They're hobby packs. We've pulled some cool redemptions out of there, but not this time, but still a fun pack to take a look and go through, Gilbert, when you get a chance. Alright, 2 more orders came in since we started that break, so give me a moment to go in, catch up on those. We have John and Vlad. Vlad grabbed a spot in our football break. John grabbed a spot in our grab bag. So I think we have just a few grab bag and just a few spots remaining in all of these breaks, essentially. Let me just update that. Leaving with 4. Let me just double check. 4 and 10. 4 and 10. Nope. 4 and 9. Did I? Oh, 4 and 10. I had the numbers wrong. That's why. Yep. So it's 4 and 10. There's 4 spots and 10 spots remaining. All right. Let me go in. Alright, perfect. We will do the baseball break next, but don't worry, I'll hit refresh on that momentarily. But what I want to do is, real quickly, just go over what's on the site. So right now we're breaking tonight. Not going to break until the next 2 Fridays. We'll break on next Friday the 1st and then Friday the 8th. We'll have breaks. The only things with spots available at this point, we have 10 grab bag spots. There were exactly 10. I had miscounted. It says sold out. Did someone? Well, maybe we have 0. Well, maybe we have 0. Let me double check on that. I think I missed. Yep, I definitely had. That was my. I was off. There should be 10. I typed in 1 by accident just now. There's 10 spots. There you go. Alright. 10 spots. Not sold out. Alright, there we go. 10 spots remaining. Someone is going to be walking away with an autographed Juan Soto jersey. 2 people are going to get a Gold Rush Multi-Sport Value Pack. There are some insane hits in here. Each pack has 3 cards. Alright, so huge potential in these packs. Typically, they either have an auto, a really good rookie, a slab card, at least one of those things in each pack. Most of them have an auto or slab. Most of them are a slabbed auto. So 2 people get that. 2 people are going to get an autographed 8x10 football photo. Then we have people that are going to get a spot in a mini helmet hit TriStar break. Someone's going to get a spot in the lightning break. There'll be 5 people. 3 people will get a spot in our 3 jersey Raz. 4 people will get a spot in the bat break. 8 people will get a spot in the single jersey baseball break. 2 people will have a spot in the single jersey football break. All these things going out there. Really good value. I always say the grab bag's typically the best value I offer. Obviously it's a random spot, random chance, so not picking team with that. There were 4 spots remaining in our 6-box break. This is a random football team. 2 lightning spots. 2 lightning. These things are really big potential with these. Then 2 autographed jerseys and 2 autographed photos in that break. Alright, so that is everything that remains. This spot, this is the break we're going to do now. We're going to do our juiced break. Alright. Brand new case for this. Everybody out there, you're going to put in the chat, juiced or not juiced. Very simple, juiced or not juiced. And for this, one person's going to get a 50-50 chance at either a hobby pack with a guaranteed auto. So someone's either going to get a hobby pack with a guaranteed auto or they're going to get a whammy. Alright, so it's 50-50 chance at the hobby pack with the guaranteed auto. And it could be 1 auto and 1 memorabilia card or 2 autos. So, actually, at least 2 specialty cards is the way this works. All right, or you'll get a whammy, and I'll make it a decent whammy. But one person will get that. And juiced or not juiced. And for those who are wondering, the way that this product works, the way they sell the product and the way you're buying into the break is juiced means that there are some insane potential hits. Huge, huge baseball names, huge names in general. The way the guessing works is juiced means the person did not, one of the two hits did not play professional baseball. Could be a Tom Brady, could be a Hall of Famer from football like Peyton Manning. It could be a president. Could be Mike Tyson, somebody like that. They did not play professional baseball. That would be considered juiced. If they did play did play professional baseball, that would be not juiced. All right, guys. Brand new case for this. Brand new case. All right. Alright, the way we're going to figure this out is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 through 4 on the top, 5 through 8 on the bottom. It's juicy. Oh, document expired. Okay. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 4 and 8. So the two on the far right will actually be the ones we use. 4 and 8. Alright. And then we have to figure out the bat. The bat's on the table. It's this brown box right here. Bat is 2 or 4. 2 or 4. The last two remaining from this case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 4. Alright, so box 4, aka bat 4. Bat 2, out of here. Friends. I don't know why. Still had a hockey puck. I guess it didn't offer. We have Chris with the Diamondbacks, Jose with the Braves, Ryan with the Orioles, Braden with the Bo Sox, Chris with the Cubs, Ashley's got the White Sox and the Reds, Juan Gone with the Guards, Peda's got the Rockies, David with the Tigers, Paul's got the Astros, Michael's got the Royals, Richard with the Angels in the outfield, Chris has the Dodgers, Jeff has the Marlins, Doug has the Brew Crew, Philip with the Twins, Brandon with the Mets, Case with the Yanks, Paul with the A's, Chris with the Phillies and the Pirates, Albert's got his Friars, Zach's got his Giants, Daniel's going with the Seattle Mariners, Michael's got the Cards, David with the Rays, Chris has the Rangers, Mike with the Jays, and Ashley's got the Nats. Alright friends, no more guesses here. Good luck. See if we can pull some juice. You know what? For some old school juice. Alright, Doug Harvey, the legendary umpire. I always talk about my dad loved meeting the umpires after the games. We would go meet the players, get autographs after the game so there was no traffic. My dad would go wait and talk to the umpires, and that was his favorite one to talk to. He loved meeting up and talking to Doug Harvey. Hall of Fame umpire. Nobody cared about the umpires but my dad. Because after the game, they didn't recognize them. I don't know. I always thought it was pretty cool. My dad just thought it was neat. Talk to the umpires. Chill with them for a few minutes. Alright. Here's an interesting one. Alright. There is no team on this. Remember, team is huge. Team is huge. It says World Series champions, but it's going to be based on current team. Current team. That's the rules here. We have a Beckett Authenticated Rawlings Major League Baseball 2020 World Series champion. This is a San Diego Padre. Walker Buehler. This is going to go out to Albert. Albert, congratulations. First hit in the break room with us, Albert. Little Walker Buehler. Even though it's a Dodger World Series champion baseball, this is going to go as a hit for the Padres. Current Padre Walker Buehler. No team listed, so we go with current team. All right. Congratulations. Now we go out to Albert. You are welcome. Alright, let's see if we can get juicy here, guys. Alright. This was the other one. It was either 4 or 8. I don't remember which one was which at this point, but it's the other one. Alright, there is our main seal right there. Let's see if we can get juicy. Oh my goodness, we got juicy, guys. Oh, are we juicy? So if you guessed juiced, you're going to be a happy camper. And we're going to have to razz this baseball off. We have Beckett Authenticated Rawlings Baseball. How about a little Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson on the hit right there. Mike Tyson, the champ. All right, Mike Tyson. We're going to razz this off. All 32 teams are going to have equal opportunity on that. Mike Tyson for the hit. Alright, box 4. Thomas. Because he's a baseball player, that might be it. I doubt it was just something that probably came up a ton. Maybe a little bit. I'm sure he heard it. That I'm sure. Alright, this is the knob. We're going to open up on that end. Box 4. To think that movie's like 40 years old is kind of crazy. But then you see what the actors look like today and you're like, oh yeah, okay. Rawlings baseball bat. Oh, I know this one. Home run hitter from the Detroit Tigers. Detroit Tigers in the house here, David. Mr. Cecil Fielder. Cecil Fielder on the hit for the Tigers. Came up with the Blue Jays and just didn't hit very well, or as well as he had hit in the minors. Went over to Japan, destroyed the baseball, came back to America, and was destroying the ball in Detroit. All right, Cecil Fielder for the Tigers. Congrats, Dave. And you are welcome. Almost Mr. Baseball. He had a mustache at times in his life and in his career. I kind of like Mr. Baseball, Mr. Selleck. Alright, guys. All 30 teams are going to go into random.org. We do this once. Whoever it lands on the 7th time gets the hit. Alright, so that's 1. That's 2. Remember, 7th time gets the Mike Tyson baseball. There's 3. 4. There's 5. We're at 6. Alright, top team name right now. Mike Tyson is going to go to the Oakland Athletics. Yes, I still call them Oakland. Until they move to Las Vegas, they'll be Oakland in my book. Alright, Oakland Athletics. And in this break is Paul. Paul, congrats. Nice hit for you there, Paul. Little Mike Tyson. I thought that was going to be a great hit. I loved it. I knew it was coming to you all the way. With my tiger. I like tigers. My name is Mike Tyson. Alright, Paul. And I only talk like that because Mike Tyson's voice just does not match his persona, and I've always thought that was the most fascinating thing on earth. I don't know if Paul's in the break room, unfortunately. Daniel. Alright. If you said juiced, you're going to have a chance here. Alright. I have Daniel flying in high here. Thomas Sweeney. John, Albert, Trickster, Vlad. I forget if I know who Trickster is. Name sounds... I know Trickster's been in the break room. The name, the screen name I'm not remembering, but... Troy, I've got you. Mr. Widows, I have you. David, Philip, George, Jeff S, each with juiced. Alright, here's who I have. I'll read it off. I've got Daniel, Thomas, Vlad, Trickster, Albert, John, Troy, Mike, Jeff S, George, Philip, and David. Alright, guys. All these names are going to go into random.org. Give me 1 second. Brand new case. I got to open that up and take all the packs out except for one. Brand new box, I should say. It's actually my last one. Hopefully I can find some more of these. I really like this product because guaranteed auto packs are hard to find anymore. And I like being able to give away guaranteed auto. Alright. Would you rather have a rose gold box or a golden box? Would you rather? Alright, all the names going into random.org. 50-50 chance at either a whammy or a hobby pack with a guaranteed auto. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Well, I need to know who Trickster is. Alright, Trickster. I need to know... I don't know if I have it written down here anywhere. Trickster, I need your first name and the first 2 letters of your last name. I know you've been in the break room with me before, but I don't know if I have it written down what your screen name is to match your first name and the first 2 letters of your last name. And then you tell me which box you want. Hopefully the Trickster's still here. Did we lose the Trickster? We're going to count down 10, 9, 8. Trickster, Trickster, Trickster. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Haha. Alright, you know what? If the Trickster shows up, I will send him a pack, but Trickster left the room. We are going to take whoever was second on that list, and I honestly have no clue. Alright, it is Daniel! Daniel having a name. Night, Daniel, you are going to get that box of mystery. Daniel, you get to tell me left or right. And I have to do it that way because I actually don't know who Trickster is. I know we've seen the name in there, but I don't know who that is to send anything to. Since I switched over to how things are. Alright, you want Rose. Oh, you want right. Alright, you got it. Left or right, whatever. Alright, Daniel, you passed up on the whammy! Would you rather? You missed out on a game of Would You Rather. Over 90 questions for the whole family. Alright, Daniel. It's been a good night for you so far. Hopefully the good stuff keeps rolling. The hobby pack. This is yours. At least one auto. Could be one auto and one mem card, or two autos. Daniel, let's see if we can keep that rolling. To keep it rolling. Alright. There are two autos in here. Alright, two autos. Names that I don't necessarily know off the top of my head, but we'll figure out. Quincy Hamilton is your first card. Milcar Perez, these are short printed. Below 1,000 on each one. Luke Waddle on a Prism. Your first card is an on-card auto from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Adrian Del Castillo from the Diamondbacks is an on-card auto. Adrian Del Castillo. And your next one is also from the Diamondbacks. Caleb Roberts and Adrian Del Castillo. Let me see if they're still in the organization here with the Diamondbacks. Not names that are ringing the bell for me, but... Caleb Roberts and Adrian Del Castillo. Not names that I really know, so I don't know. I really don't know them. But, there you go. Two autos coming your way. And a couple prospect cards. Alright, Daniel, congrats. And you are always welcome. Alright, let me just get caught up on the orders that have come in. Jeff P. We got Jeff P. Jeremiah with a spot. Jeff. And Vance. Let me just put these in. Jeff, welcome to the show. Hopefully you're having some fun in here. Jeff. That is Jeff P. We've got a few Jeffs. 3 Jeffs in here tonight. Jeff. Jeff, you bought 2 spots in the grab bag and a spot in our football break. Jeremiah bought a spot in the football break. Vance bought 5 grab bag spots. Vance, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, guys, that actually is going to put us at just 5 total spots remaining for the evening. Unless I cannot count. Wait, oh. Another order. Give me a second. Another order just came in. I'll grab bags. So 5, 2. Alright, so Jeff. 1, 2. Case. I missed that. Case. Bought a couple. So there's actually only 1 grab bag spot remaining, guys. 1 grab bag spot remains. Alright, so I'll just go over everything real quickly here. There's only 3 spots remaining on the site. Won't take long. 1 grab bag spot remains. 2 lightning spot remain. Everything else tonight completely sold out of here. Alright, everything else sold out. With that said, let's go ahead. Let's refresh. Let's do our helmet. Alright, it is 1 batting helmet and 1 jersey. We'll do this break, then hopefully by then we'll have the grab bag and the other spot, the 2 football spots sold out. Whoever buys the last spot remaining on the site will get a little bonus, a small little bonus. Alright, we know it's going to be these 2 items. It's going to be helmet 97 and jersey number 4 for this, guys. Just give me one team. One team. Either box. One team. If you guess correctly, every single person that guesses correctly gets a box of mystery. That's right. Give me one team if it comes out of the jersey or the helmet. You are going to get a box of mystery. Go ahead, put that in the chat. One team, everybody out there. We know it's box 4, and we know it's box 97. Alright, George, you have the Diamondbacks. Jose has the Braves. Gregory's got the Orioles. Brandon with the Red Sox. Doug has the Cubs. Gilbert with the White Sox. Steve has the Reds. Thomas has his Guards. Steve with the Rocks. Case has the Tigers and the Astros. William with the Royals. Ashley's got the Angels in the outfield. Ryan with the Dodgers. David's got the Marlins. Chad's got the Brewers. Peta has the Twins. Juan's got the Mets. George with the Yanks. TQ with the A's. Daniel's got the Phillies. Justin, Time with the Buccos. Albert's got the Fire. Zach's got his Giants. That's Albert's Fire. Zach's Giants. Greg has the M's and the Cards. We have Case with the Rays. David with the Rangers. Mike has his Jays. And Jeff looking to hit with the Nets. Alright, guys. I'm going to call this here. No more guesses. Good luck, everyone. Alright, no more guesses. Alright, we know it's going to be these jerseys, this helmet. Let's get funky. Give me 1 second here. Let's get our micro Funko Pop of Mike Trout, our good luck charm. Mike Trout Funko Pop. My daughter gave me that one from a little box. We actually got that for free with a box of trading cards from Topps that we got. It came with that little micro. We opened that together, and that was a fun little break her and I did it together. All right, well, look at this. Look at this from the Chicago Cubs. 2016 World Series champion Ben Zobrist. Ben Zobrist for the Cubbies. That is going out to Doug. Doug, congratulations. A little Ben Zobrist. He was a utility knife if I've ever seen one in Major League Baseball. Ben Zobrist. Fun player to watch, especially with his Rays era. But even with the Cubs, he was still a good hitter. Alright, so Ben Zobrist for the Cubbies. Alright, box 97. 97. Trout love. We'll tap. 97. Boom, bomb, boom. Ding. Secondary seal. Looking good. Let's go. Give that a pop. Take a little of that stuffing out of there. There's the helmet. Anything else in there? Alright. We have another youngster. It is a night of youngsters in baseball. Is he a former first round pick? No. Alright. Well, how about it's a good night to have a certain team? How about it's a good night to have the Chicago Cubs? Because we have Ben Brown. Ben Brown, a Beckett authenticated helmet here for Ben Brown. The Cubby, the youngster. Ben Brown. Alright, pitcher Ben Brown, 26 years old, young. A little love for Ben Brown. Let's see them stats. 2.37 ERA on the year. for Mr. Benjamin Brown. All right, Ben Brown looking good. Good whip. 20 strikeouts on 19 innings. Tough year last year. That's why they moved him out of the rotation. But Ben Brown pitching well out of the pen for the Cubbies in 2026. Right, so Ben Brown going out to the Cubs. A double hit for the Cubbies. Ben Brown and how about a little Ben Zobrist? All right. Well, if you guess the Cubs, hey Thomas, just curious, was that a guess on for the team guess, Thomas, or was that just because you saw the Zobrist thing? I'll take whatever you say as fact. I have no idea. I didn't look to see if you had a guess as well. But either way, I see Cubbies. I see Cubbies, and I see Cubbies. Yes, I guess. All right, Thomas is gonna get it, and so is Ryan. Hey, Ryan, and so's Troy. Troy's like, man, now the Cubs come up. All right, all three of you guys are gonna get something here. All right, so Thomas, Sweeney, Troy. It's all good. Thomas, Sweeney, Troy, and Ryan. Ryan, I hope you are well. Long time no see. Alright, all three of you guys are going to get a box of mystery. I'm going to tell you, there will be no whammy. We'll do no whammy in here. Two of the items will be the same. Two of you guys are going to get the same thing. And one person, a little something different. Alright, like I said, no whammy. So all three of you guys getting a pack. They're all Topps branded packs on this. Alright, so Mr. Sweeney, Ryan, and Troy, go ahead and make your selections. Doing alright. The last few months have had its ups and downs. Currently in an up, I guess is a good way to put it. Alright, so Jake ended the action tonight. Jake, where have you been? Asleep. Alright, Vance, grab the last two lightning spots. And Jake, the last spot of the night. Alright. Silver to Ryan, gold to Thomas, ginger to Troy. Alright. Like I said, two are the same, one's different. Alright, silver to Ryan. Ryan, you're going to get silver. Silver is going to be a Topps Heritage 2021 Hobby Pack Minor League Edition. Minor League Edition. Alright, this one is Ryan's pack. Ryan, let's see what we're pulling for you. It is a Minor League Edition Hobby Pack 2021. A little Kyle Harrison. Good stuff. He's got good stuff. Patrick Bailey. Great defensive. How about an O'Neill Cruz rookie? Boom. A Mr. Montero. All these guys have been in the majors. CJ Abrams. Look at that. Little CJ Abrams small card. This pack's loaded with guys. Jordan Walker, breakout year. Hudson Haskins and Xavier Warren. These are the only two that haven't made it to the majors. Kyle Harrison, Patrick Bailey, O'Neill Cruz, Mr. Montero, C.J. Abrams, and Jordan Walker, all major leaguers. Great rookie pack. No autos or anything, but a lot of good rookies in there for you, Ryan. All right. Alright, gold to Mr. Sweeney. Gold for Mr. Sweeney. Thomas, you are going to get the other Topps Heritage Hobby Pack. Alright, Thomas. How about an Austin Cox? Vaughn Grissom. He's getting a little playing time with the Angels in the outfield. Anthony Servideo. Aaron Sabato. That is a flashback of Paul Konerko. Matthew Thompson. Christopher Morel. We put his auto the other day. And Austin Wells, who's had a really good start to his major league career with the Yankees. Great, Thomas. Those cards coming your way. Troy. Here we go, Mr. Bruns. How about a pack of Bowman Baseball 2024? Bowman Baseball 2024. You guys are welcome. There's a Nolan Chanel rookie. He's a good hitter. Not a ton of power, but a really good, solid hitter. Ronnie Mauricio, he's been tearing up in the minors. Got called up, had a decent night, couple hits tonight. Lawrence Butler. Michael Harris. A Corbin Carroll. A Ryan Burrows. Jose Rodriguez. Brando Maia. Mike Boye. Chrome. And Kendall George. A top draft pick of the Dodgers rookie as well. Hasn't done a lot in the minors yet, but top draft pick of the Dodgers, Kendall George. Alright, guys. You guys are all welcome. Alright, I promised the last two people would get a little something here. It was Vance and let's see, it was Vance. Who were the last two? Vance and Jake. Vance and Jake. Alright. You know what? Let's do a couple absolute packs. Do I have a couple absolute packs? I do. Alright, Jake or Vance. First come, first serve. I have an absolute 2023 Gravity Pack and an absolute 2024 Gravity Pack. Vance and Jake, you each can make a selection. You guys closed out the action. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody doing it, but I just thought I'd throw that little incentive at the end. Let me know. First come, first serve on either Jake or Vance. Which one you would like. 2023 is on the left, 2024 is on the right. Vance or Jake, either one of you can make the selection. Vance, I'm not sure if you're in the chat or not. It's Brett/Vance. Very well could be. But if not, Jake, go ahead and make the selection. And then we'll get started with all the fun stuff with our grab bags. And watch it. Watch neither one begin. I am calling on... Alright, Thomas, Mr. Sweeney, just in case Jeff, Jake, or Vance aren't there. Thomas Sweeney, make a selection for Vance or Jake. You can just tell me one or the other. Thomas Sweeney, and these will go out to those two. I don't know if they're in the chat. I know that obviously they're around because they both bought spots. Or anybody out there can just tell me left one goes to Jake. One person. Left one to Jake. All right, that's how I'll do this. Left is to Jake. Right to Vance. All right. Jake, this is the pack. You are going to get a little bonus love closing out the action tonight. All right. Thomas picked for Jake a Jalen Waddle, Javonte Williams, couple rookies. How about a Jameer Brown, Jair Brown. I can't even talk. Jair Brown. And Jaden Hall. Jaron Hall. And then your parallel is a Brian Robinson. All right, Jake, those are coming your way. Vance, it went the other way, just because I had Thomas pick. No worries though. So Vance, this is actually yours. You're getting the 2024. If I had another, let me see. Maybe I have a 2023 I could give you. Yes, here. I'll just give you a 2023. You wanted a 2023, Vance? I'll do that. There we go. This is yours, Vance. It's a 2023 as well. All right. All right. Brandon Cooks, Travis Etienne, a couple rookies here for you. How about a Josh Downs parallel rookie? That's a good one. Josh Downs parallel rookie. BJ Ojolari and Keandre Miller rookie. All right, those cards coming your way, Vance. All right, guys. It is time for some grab bag fun. All right, here is the autographed Juan Soto jersey. That is going to be given away. I have to get a couple of these out. Alright. We have a couple Gold Rush value packs. Those are given out. And we're also going to have a couple 8x10. We'll just take two. I'll take numbers 2 and 3. 2 and 3 will be used in this break as well. We actually have to use photos later as well, so we'll just put these aside. So those are guaranteed someone's going to get those items. Mini helmet, let me grab that. We'll be using the mini helmet in a break as well. Alright guys, here's how this works. All these names are going to go from here to random.org, and they're going to get pasted in a new order. Top name will get a value pack, top two names. Then the next two will get autographed photos, the next name will get the Juan Soto photo. These are all for the mini helmet break, Gold Rush single jersey baseball, single jersey football, bat break, 3 jersey Raz, and then lightning spots. That's how that will work, okay? 7 times. Here's 1, 2. We're at 3. We do it 7 times. 4. There's 5. There's 6. One more is going to make it 7 times. Here we go. This is the order. Jeff Hawks is going to get a value pack. All the way down to Vance is going to get a lightning spot. All right. So go back here. Paste. Mr. Hawks. The autographed jersey is also going to Jeff Hawks. Jeff Hawks, you're going to get the autographed Juan Soto jersey. All right, so Jeff Hawks getting the Juan Soto jersey. Jeff Hawks getting a value pack. Vance getting a value pack. David getting an autographed photo. Chris getting an autographed photo. These are the spots then. And we'll just go through that real quick. The lightning spots are going to Charlene, Daniel, Jeff, Paul, Jeff, and Jeff P. and Jeff H. And then Vance. All right, and then these are the other spots to fill in the other breaks that we'll be doing. We'll go over those more closely. But Jeff Hawks or Vance, you can let me know left or right for the value pack, and then David or Chris can tell me numbers 2 or 3 for the photo. All right, you can go ahead and put that in the chat right now. It doesn't matter what we put on the screen. 2 or 3, but this is left or right for the value pack. 2 or 3 for the photo. Mr. Hawks, there's your Juan Soto autographed Yankee custom jersey. Congratulations, Jeff. All right, left. Jeff is going left on that. All right, and then David, it's, yeah, 2 or 3. All right. Let me just write these names down for that. All right. And Vance, you are going to get the one that was on. So this is going to be Vance. That is Vance's. This is Mr. Hawks. And then Chris, you're going to get number 2. Chris. And then it is going to be David's going to get, he's taking number 3. All right. David went with number 3, and Chris is going to get number 2. All right. Let's have some fun with these. All right, since these are both football, little magic. Chris, this is going to be Mr. Harrison's. Chris, this is the one that David did not pick. David's the one you passed up on. All right, we have autographed. Ooh, this is a former top draft pick, former Heisman Trophy, Mr. Marcus Mariota. David, Chris, you will like this. You're a Titan. Obviously, he's not Titans anymore. Titan fan though. Marcus Mariota, autographed 8x10 photo right there. That will go out to Chris. All right, Chris. Marcus Mariota will be coming your way. All right, David. This is the photo you went with. It's a nice Mariota looking photo. All right, David, this is photo number 3. Look at this. Doug Flutie on the magical Hail Mary right there. Doug Flutie right there. Autograph photo of Doug Flutie with the Boston College Hail Mary. All right, Doug Flutie. That'll be coming your way, David. Let me mark these down. That is Beckett authenticated too, by the way. All right. And let me just mark down this Jeff Fox equal. And then it was also Vance. Alright, that allows me to mark those down for us all. Alright, now for our Gold Rush value packs. Flutie Flakes, yum, give me some. Alright, Vance, here's the one that Jeff left for you. So Jeff took this one, he left this one for Vance. Vance. This is your Gold Rush value pack. Let's see what's coming out of here. There's an auto. There are 2 autos in here. 2 autographs in here. All right, and then a tri-card. What? Oh, this is a cool tri-card. All right, 2 autos and a tri-card, tri-rookie. On-card auto of Austin Smith out of 25. Austin Smith. On-card auto, Team USA out of 25. Check this out. How about a tri-rookie of Carmelo Anthony, Darko Milicic, and Dwayne Wade? A tri-rookie of Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony, also with Darko Milicic. That is really cool. All that 3-card rookie right there. And last but not least, your other auto coming out of here, a Zamir White on a Beckett 10 autographed rookie. 2 autos, and then a trifecta rookie of Carmelo, Dwayne Wade, and Darko Milicic. That's a cool trifecta rookie there. Congrats, Vance. All right, Jeff. This is your 3-card value pack. There's an... Oh, Jeff, you're going to be a happy camper here. All right. Jeff, you have a Cortland Sutton. That is a prism right there. Prism Disco. How about a short print out of $9.99? Kurt Warner. This is a 2013 Panini Kurt Warner. But check this autograph. Beckett autograph authenticated 2019 Chrome Draft CJ Abrams rookie. Boom. Nice pull right there. CJ Abrams autograph rookie right there. Bowman Chrome first on a CJ Abrams. Great hitting shortstop for the Nats. All right, Jeff. All right. You guys are both welcome. All four of you. Jeff got the autographed Soto jersey as well. All right. We are now going to do this single mini helmet break. And I will pull up the teams that you guys were associated with. And if anybody wants to make a trade, I will let you guys figure that out first. Alright, I'll let you figure that out first. Alright, so if any of you guys are interested in making a trade, this is for the mini helmet. Mini helmet. Oops. Can't refresh that. Alright, it's going to be this mini helmet right here. If anybody wants to make a trade, these are the teams you guys are currently assigned with on this break. Mike has the Cardinals, Jeff P with the Falcons, Jake with the Ravens, Greg has the Bills, Vance with the Panthers, Jeff H with the Bears, Chris has the Bengals, Greg has the Browns, George with the Dallas Cowboys, Zach with the Broncos, Jose with the Lions, Mike has the Packers, Chris with the Texans, Philip with the Colts, Richard with the Jags, Zach Attack with the Chiefs, George with the Raiders, Daniel with the Chargers, Paul has the Rams, Gregory has the Dolphins, John with the Vikes, Peter's got the Pats, Gregory's got the Saints and the Giants, John with the Jets, Philip with the Eagles, David's got the Steelers, Zach has his Niners, that works out for you, Zach, Jose with the Seahawks, Vance with the Bucks, David has the Titans, and Zach has the Commanders. Alright, if anybody's interested in a trade, go ahead. I'll talk about the giveaway idea here in a second. I'm just going to fit in all those other grab bag spots that were lined up with everybody while you guys talk trade, alright? So go ahead. If anybody's interested in trade, that's fine. I'm just going through and filling in everybody else. Alright, so the Diamondbacks, Ace has the single jersey Diamondbacks, Paul has single jersey Orioles, Mr. Evans single jersey White Sox, Guardians Vance single jersey Guardians, Rockies Charlene single jersey Rockies, Angels in the outfield John, Brandon has the A's, and TQ with the Phillies. And then in Jaguars and Saints, Ryan and Case respectively. Then in our bat break, let's see, any trades. Saints for Vikes or Jets. Not sure if Greg's in the chat. Alright, not seeing enough trade chatter. Chargers for Eagles. Greg has the Vikes. Okay. So, wait, we do have a trade here. Looks like it. Saints. Alright. So, Saints, John has the Saints. Alright, Saints. Saints, John is going to get the Saints. Gregory's going to get the Vikes. Alright. I will refresh that in a little bit. Saints for Vikes. I got you. I got you. Any other trades? Don't worry. I'll try to have that refreshed by the time we do that break. Everybody out there, we'll do a guessing on this one. Everybody out there, give me an NFL division. Go ahead. Just put one NFL division out there. If you guess correctly, get a chance here at a box of mystery. We'll do it that way. a box of mystery for the guesses here. Alright, and then Rockies in the Bat Break are going Mr. Hawks. Jeff is also going to get the Angels in the Bat Break. Mr. Evans is going to get the Marlins in the Bat Break. And Troy is getting the Rays in the Bat Break. And then in the 3 jersey Raz, I have Brett Hall going out to Thomas R. TQ is getting Jackson Chorio. And Chris H is going to get RJ Harvey. And then our lightning spots, I went over that earlier, so I won't repeat that too much. Charlene, Daniel, Jeff, P, Paul, Jeff, and Vance. All right. Dave, you oversold a spot. Alright, I oversold a spot. So guess what? One of the lightning people are going to get an autograph photo. A special autograph photo. So one of the lightning people is getting, they're going to lose their lightning spot. And they're going to get an autograph Multisport 2013. I oversold the spot. So your loss is your gain, actually. So 1, 2, 3. I oversold spots. So it's the lightning people. Alright, so one of these people will be taken out of lightning and be given this autograph photo instead. So Charlene, Daniel, Jeff, Paul, Jeff H, and Vance. One of you 6 is going to get this autographed photo. Top name 7 times gets the autographed photo. It will no longer be in the lightning spot. So there's 4, there's 5. We're at 6 and 7 times. Vance! Alright, Vance, you're going to get this autographed 8x10 photo instead. Alright, Vance, congratulations. Alright, so let me put, where is this, what break are we? I don't think it matters. Alright, so I have to take Vance out of that. Alright, Vance, this is a little bonus love. Autographed 8x10. Who knows? Maybe Vance is going to be pulling a monster. Well, Vance, how about this, Vance? I think you did quite well. How about this? This guy passed away decades ago. At least a couple decades ago. Hall of Famer from the Cleveland Indians, Joe Soule. Joe Soule played in like the World War II era. Joe Soule, Hall of Famer. This is coming your way, Vance. Beckett on the authenticated autograph photo. Congratulations, Vance. I think you'll take that trade every day, all day. My mistake equals your big game. Hey, you are welcome. Yeah, my mistake. It works in. It's like Monopoly. Bake air in your favor. All right, guys. We are doing. Let me go back to the correct break. Sorry, I just. Let's see. You guys made that trade. Is it showing up correctly? Vikings should be with Gregory. No, not yet. Alright, let me refresh this. Alright, there we go. We are official. We are live. I'm going to call no more guesses. No more guesses, guys. It is this mini helmet. Good luck, everybody. Let's get our good luck football done. Quack, quack. Alright, so TriStar authentication product. Let's see if we can pull a big one. Alright, there is a secondary seal with these TriStar mini helmets, just like the baseballs. See that authentication, that secondary sticker. We're going to cut into that right now. Alright, we have a Hall of Famer coming out of here. From the Dallas Cowboys, we have 5-time All-Pro, 10-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champion, college and pro football Hall of Famer. We have TriStar authenticated Mel Renfro. Mel Renfro on the hit right there. Mel Renfro for the Dallas Cowboys. George, congratulations. George on the hit right there. Mel Renfro on the Hall of Famer. Alright, AFC East guesses. AFC East. Of course, that's not AFC. That is an NFC. Eesh. NFC East. Cowboys screwing the Steelers over yesterday with the trade with the Eagles. Thanks, Cowboys. NFC East. NFC East. Thomas Sweeney. I've got Nate and Thomas Sweeney. I've got Jeremiah. I've got Daniel. I've got George. Alright, I think that's everybody. Nate, Thomas, George, Jeremiah, and Daniel. Alright, guys. We're going to have a golden box, some flower power, and some gingerbread out there. Top name, pick in a box of mystery. Let's see what you're going to get. 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. It is Nate. Nate the Great. Alright, Nate. Go ahead. Would you like gold, gingerbread, or the flower power? If Nate's still there. We are counting down on Nate. Nate, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll give Nate 5 more seconds. If not, we'll take whoever number 2 was on the list. Alright, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, there we are. Alright, Nate's going with the Gingy. Alright, Nate. Nate, you passed up on the flower power. Inside the flower power was a pack of Prism football. Prism football. Nate going with Gingy. What we passed up on the whammy. The whammy was the Barrel of Monkeys Funko. Barrel of Monkeys Funko. Nate, that is going to leave you with the very last Brock Purdy rookie pack I have. Currently, at least. Alright, Nate. Could be an auto. Could be an auto rookie. Either way, it's going to be a slabbed rookie of Brock Purdy. Slabbed rookie of Brock Purdy. All right, here we go. Here's the green Brock Purdy rookie edition right there. Green Brock Purdy rookie. There we go. Congratulations, Nate, on the Brock Purdy rookie. That'll be coming out your way. The great. No worries, Dave. We're good. All right, guys. We are going to fill in our 3 jersey Raz. Time for the little 3 jersey Raz. Everybody out there, you can guess one player. Oh, man. Who's RJ Harvey? Why didn't I fill it in? RJ Harvey. Grab bag for RJ Harvey. Let's see. RJ Harvey is Chris. Chris has the RJ Harvey spot. Sorry about that, Chris. It might not show up for a minute. Oh, it did. Alright, everybody just guess one player. We know it's going to be the box we have. It's the last time you will ever see a list exactly like the one you see right there. Next week, you'll see a new list. It's actually going to change a decent bit, too. Alright, so we know it's box 1. It's actually the last one from our 8-box breaks. Guaranteed to get at least one name from the list you see right there. Sometimes we get 2 names, sometimes we get 3 names, but automatically going to get at least one name you see from the left-hand side of your screen. Say we pull out of here Cam Hayward, Charlene will be happy, but say we also pull out of here a Paul Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt is not on our list. We would then randomize that Goldie jersey to all 35 names, including the Cam Hayward, so that each name would actually have a chance to win up to 2 times. Alright, we have Aiden Hutchinson going off David, Allen Iverson, the Worm, to Jose, Baker Mayfield to David, Brett Hall to Thomas, TR, Cam Hayward has Charlene, or Charlene has Cam Hayward, Rick has Charlie Sheen, Jose with Chevy Chase, Paul's got Chris Carter, Charlene's got the Worm, Chris has Dick Butkus, Juan Gone has Emmett Smith, Albert's got Fernando Tatis Jr., Ryan's got the Big Hurt, Paul's got Jamar Chase, TQ's got Jackson Chorio. Juan's got Jeremy Roenick. Rick's got Jim Kelly and Jonathan Taylor. Zachary's got Juan Marichal. Philip's got Bird. Ryan's got Luis Gonzalez. Michael's got Marshall Falk. Charlene's got the Mighty Ducks cast. Justin has Miguel Cabrera. Rick has Pete Rose and Rasheed Wallace. Paul has Reggie Jackson. Jose's got Ricky 420. Chris has RJ Harvey. We've got Troy with Slam and Sammy. Philip with the Sandlot cast. Case has Sauce Gardner. Chris has the Diesel. Jose with Sean Kemp. And TR, Thomas has the Sandlot cast. Alright guys, no more guesses. Good luck to everybody out there. We are going to use as our good luck charm the Pirate Parrot. We'll tap from the Parrot. Alright, the Pirate Parrot. Box 1, last one from this series. Alright, our first one, not on our list. It's a hockey name. Hello, Newman. Alright, we're going to have Brian Noonan. Brian Noonan from the Rangers. 94 Cup champion. Game 7 game-winning goal. Brian Noonan. That is Beckett authenticated. Alright. Our next name, not on the list. Never seen this one. Another hockey jersey. Another hockey jersey. Mr. Olshansky, right? Olshansky, yep. I think that is that a Sabres jersey? Mr. Olshansky? Let me see. Mm-hmm. $99. Okay. $99. That's a football jersey. Not It's Igor Olshansky. Igor Olshansky from the Chargers. This is old school JSA. We've never pulled an Igor Olshansky before. Just saying. And his signature even is an Igor. Igor Olshansky, JSA on the authentication. All right, former Charger hit right there. So we got Brian Noonan, Igor Olshansky, and our next jersey, not a Hall of Famer. That's a hint. Not a Hall of Famer. But you know what? That'll change. The late, great Pete Rose. Pete Rose right there. Legendary hitter. One of the all-time greats. Pete Rose. Mr. Charlie Hustle. Charlie Hustle right there. Going out to Rick. Rick on the hit. Congrats, Rick. Rick, that is JSA authenticated on your Peter Rose. Alright, so if you guess Pete Rose, you're correct. The ones we're going to give away won't count towards the giveaways, but Pete Rose will count. I don't see a Pete Rose guess, though. Could be wrong. Alright. Well, since nobody guessed Pete Rose, I guess we can count if someone guesses correctly a player this lands on. Alright, the Noonan and Olshansky are going to be razzed off. Top game gets the Noonan, second game gets the Olshansky. Alright. Aiden Hutchinson all the way down to the Slapshot cast. 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4. We're at 5. Remember, top name on the 7th time gets the Noonan. The second name on the 7th time here will get the Olshansky. There's 6. Here we go. Top 2 names getting a hit. Jonathan Taylor gets the Noonan. Emmitt Smith gets the Olshansky. Alright, Taylor gets Noonan. Smith gets Olshansky. Alright, so Jonathan Taylor in this break, guys, is going to be Rick. Rick, congrats. You got a double hit, Rick. Rick, you're going to get the Brian, hello, Noonan, 94 Cup Champs, Game 7, game-winning goal. And then Olshansky's going to go out to Emmitt Smith, and that is going out to Juan. Juan, congratulations. Igor. Igor. Hello, Igor. Hello. All right, Igor Olshansky. And then Brian Noonan going out to Jonathan Taylor. Alright, if you had Emmitt Smith or Jonathan Taylor as a guess. Emmitt Smith or Taylor? Emmitt Smith. I see an Emmitt Smith guess. That is Candace. Alright, Candace. You're going to get a box of mystery, Candace. Candace is getting a box of Mephisto. Alright, Candace. You have gold, police, and silver. Candace is going, I think, gold or good. Alright, Candace, you passed up on the Police. Inside the police was your very own, on it, officially licensed Penn State pack. Penn State Nittany Lion pack. Chance at an auto. Alright, not today. Then you passed up on Silver. Silver had a Topps Chrome Baseball pack. 2021 Topps Chrome Baseball. Candace, that is going to leave you with a whammy. Alright, Candace, your whammy. Well, sometimes it's Cordell Stewart, and sometimes it's just Slash. Alright, you're going to get a Funko of Slash, and this is Guns N' Roses' version of Slash, because, you know, he's played with 14 different bands, but most famously Guns N' Roses. But there you go, you're going to get this Slash Funko. Congratulations. Hopefully you love that Funko. A whammy wall! I love it. I love it. Alright. Let's go do a baseball break. Alright, guys. Everybody out there, 2 Major League Baseball teams, 2 teams, 1 line. If you guess the baseball team correctly, chance at a box of mystery. Alright, 2 teams, 1 line. Go ahead, throw that out there. I have box 2 on the table. We also have 4, 5, and 6. 2, 4, 5, and 6 is a possibility for a baseball jersey. If anybody that has a spot in the green wants to trade with anybody else in the green, you can throw the idea out there. Those spots in green were from the grab bag. 2, 4, 5, and 6 possibilities here for our jersey. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 6. Box 6 for the jersey. Jersey 6. Adios. Number dos. Alright, friends. In our break, we have Case with the Diamondbacks. Paul has the Braves and the Orioles and the Red Sox. Troy's got the Cubs. Michael's got the White Sox. Paul's got the Reds. Vance has the Guards. Charlene with the Rocks. David has the Tigers. Paul with the Astros and the Royals. John's got the Angels in the outfield. David's got the Dodgers, Marlins, Brewers, and Twins. Paul's got the Mets. David with the Yanks. Brandon's got the A's. TQ with the Phillies. Paul's got the Pirates. Albert's got the Padres. David with the Giants, Paul with the Mariners, Michael's got the Cards, David with the Rays and Rangers, Mike has the Jays, and Albert with the Nats. Alright, I'm calling no more guesses, friends. It's going straight at it. Box 6, box 6. Let's get our baseball fix. Good luck, baseball. Duck, quack, quack. Box 6. Secondary seal right there. Give that a cut across. Oh, no way. From the Seattle Mariners. Seattle Mariners. Look at that. Look at that. Mr. Rodriguez for the Mariners. Paul with a huge hit. Huge hit. I know he's off to a slow start, but Julio Rodriguez is a great ball player right there. Julio Rodriguez for the Mariners. Alright, Seattle Mariners to Paul Julio Rodriguez. JSA authenticated jersey right there. Julio Rodriguez. Mariners. Alright, I don't see a Mariners guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I miss it? Mariners guess, anybody? Alright. Everybody's going to have a chance here to box of mystery. Silver, gold, and trash. Really want some Penn State cards. We are Drew Aller's home team. Wait, that's totally not right. That's way old. Way old. Don't worry, don't even look at this. Everybody put a guess in. I'm taking your guesses. Seven times. There we go. 1, 2, has to be name. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Mr. Sweeney! Alright, Thomas. Thomas Sweeney. Go ahead and make a selection. Trash, silver, or gold. I mean, Candace, if you want to trade the Funko for a pack of Penn State cards, I will do that on camera. I will do the trade if that's what you want to do. Going with the silver. Alright, Thomas. Passed up on gold. Inside of gold was your whammy. You missed out on your very own Disney Ears headband from Mandalorian. Alright, these guys right here, missed out on them. Alright. Passed up Thomas on not 1, not 2, but 3 packs of baseball cards. Alright, so missed out on Hobby Pack, Allen & Ginter, and Topps Chrome. Candace, you will make that trade? Alright, we'll do that. Alright, Thomas, you are going to get a pack of Diamond Kings. Diamond Kings. I know you're a Diamond King kind of guy. Alright, Diamond King. Alright, Candace, we'll do that trade right now. Right after this. Alright, Thomas. Little Joey Votto. Xander Bogaerts. There's a little Chaz McCormick. Hans Kraus. Artist Proof. Artist Palette. Josh Donaldson. And a Luis Frias. Alright, Mr. Sweeney. Those cards coming your way. Alright. You are welcome. Alright, Slash will be available as a giveaway in another break, Jeff. We'll keep that one out there as a giveaway. I know that people have talked about wanting that, so I figured I'd trade that back if that's what Candace wants to do. Bear with me. Let me take my glove off. I'm having trouble getting that sticker off of that. There we go. A lot easier when you don't have a glove on to take the sticker off. Alright, Candace. You have the option of left, center, or right for your On It Penn State pack. Chance at an auto, not a guaranteed, obviously, but these are officially licensed college NIL packs. All right, Candace is going to go left, center, or right for the On It, and these are Penn State packs. And we will jump into football next. Actually, the next two breaks will be football related. Center it is. All right, Candace. A little trade. We made a trade. I don't normally do that with the whammies, but I know that other people have wanted that whammy. So, since it's in demand, I will do this trade. All right. That is the pack right here. From there. Put your sticker on it. All right, Candace. All right, Candace, officially licensed team cards right here. Alex Birchmeyer. Alex Birchmeyer. You like Alex Birchmeyer? Well, 2 is better than 1. Bobby Mears. Bobby Mears. Tyler Armstrong. Tyler Armstrong. Adalian Collins. Adalian Collins. You have a Penn State whiteout. Penn State whiteout. This is Drew Shelton. How about this? Drew Aller. Drew Aller right there. There's a Drew Aller card. No autos in here, but you have a Katron Allen, Quentin Martin, and Blaze Satrap Minak. But how about that little Drew Aller? New Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback right there. Alright, guys. It is time for a little bit of football. I will have everybody out there. You are going to give me 2 NFL teams. 2 NFL teams. Go ahead, put those in the chat. 2 NFL teams, 1 line. We have to figure out which box we're using for this. We have 3 and 5. 3 and 5 are the last 2 remaining from the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3, the one that's out there. Alright, we're going to get right into this. So go ahead, put your guesses in there right now. Jeremiah has the Cardinals, Falcons and Ravens. Mike has the Bills. David with the Panthers. Troy has the Bears. Jeremiah has the Bengals and Browns. William with the Boys. Paul has the Broncos. William with the Lions. David with the Packers. Paul with the Texans. Eric, you've got yourself the Colts. Ryan with the Giants. Michael's got the Chiefs. Eric with the Raiders. Albert's got the Chargers. Randy's got the Rams and the Dolphins. Paul's got the Vikes and Pats. Case has the Saints. David with the Giants and Jets. Albert with the Fly Eagle Fly. Charlene with the Steelers. Zach's got the Niners. Randy with the Seahawks. David has the Bucks and Titans. And Randy's got the Commode. Alright, guys, no more guesses. Good luck here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Whopper, whopper, whopper. It's a whopper. Delicious. Delicious meat patty. Alright, secondary seal is this guy right there. Box 3. Box 3. I see the number 2. I see the number 2. We have from the Chicago Bears, now former Bear, but current Bear in this situation. How about DJ Moore? A little DJ Moore right there. Alright, DJ Moore for the Bears. Alright, Troy. Troy on the board with a little DJ. Want to see this some more? Right there, DJ Moore. Back it on your authentication. The Bears. Greg, it's the Bears. Oh, well, I see. I get why you're saying that. I'm like, wait, I follow. George, I'm going to give it to you as a correct guess because Chevy Chase would be a Chicago. I know you were being specific, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it as a Bears guess. Troy versus George is my thing here. Alright, Troy and George are the only Bears related guesses. Alright. You know what? Let's give Troy and George each a prize. Alright. Troy or George, whoever picks first. I have Contenders 2021. I have Prestige 2022. Each one of you can have a pack. I'll do it that way for this one. Let me know which one you would like. First come, first serve. Alright, Troy's going 21. That means George will get 22. And we'll just open them in that order. Alright, Troy, you pick 21, you'll get 21. Alright, this is a 2021 Contenders. That is a junk card. Alright. Sam Darnold, Michael Thomas, Amari Cooper, Justin Herbie, Mark Andrews, Nelson Aguilar, Dak, and how about this guy, a little Tom Brady. Tom Brady to end it. Alright, those cards coming your way, Troy. Alright, then we'll do this one to George. Prestige 2022. Alright, little Jared Goff, Robert Quinn, Denzel Perryman, Ramondre Stevenson, J.D. McKissick, Chris Boswell. There's a little love for Andrew Booth. Nick Benito. There is a parallel rookie here. This is hard to read it from that angle. That is Drake Jackson. Now I can read it. And Kirk Cousins. The best agent in football. Kirk Cousins. His agent is the best, not him. Alright, guys. We are going to stick with the football theme here, guys. We are sticking with the football theme. Alright. I am going to... This is going to be our lightning break. I'm going to figure out the teams that everybody's going to get for the lightning break. Don't worry if you don't see your name. I'm going to be grabbing everybody. All these names have spots. And we're going to hit it 7 times, and that's going to line everybody up. And that way you can have a moment to see if you want to trade as I line up and figure out what spots we're going to have. Alright, if this was a 7th time, David would have the Arizona Cardinals, and Jeff would have the Washington Commanders. Now you can see these last 5 names. Charlene, Daniel, Jeff. That's Jeff P. and Paul and Jeff H. Their second letter has a capital letter. If you're wondering, that's just so I know whenever I'm assigning these and have to mail anything out to them. That I know that they came from the grab bag. That's just from my perspective. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Ashley's going to have the Cardinals, and Paul's going to have the Commanders. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go over here. We'll hit paste, and then give me a second to refresh this. Alright, that's a look at the teams, guys. I'll read them off, and if anybody wants to make a trade, you're welcome to. Ashley has the Cardinals. Gregory has the Falcons. Daniel with the Ravens. Ashley with the Bills. Charlene with the Panthers. Stacy has the Bears. Welcome back, Stacy, by the way. Mike has the Bengals. Vance with the Browns. Paul has the Cowboys. Richard with the Broncos. Mike has the Lions. Ashley with the Packers. Jeff P with the Texans. David has the Colts. We have Gregory with the Jags, Jeff H with the Chiefs, Philip with the Raiders, Vance has the Chargers and the Rams, Jeff H with the Dolphins, Jeff P with the Vikes, Jeremiah with the Pats, Jeff H with the Saints, Juan's got the Giants, Chris H with the Jets, Ryan with the Fly Eagle Fly, Vlad's got the Steelers, Daniel's got the Niners, we've got Paul with the Seahawks, John with the Bucks, Ken has the Titans, and Paul with the Commanders. David is willing to trade the Colts. I know that Mr. Hawks, Jeff, would you want to trade the I know he's a Dolphins fan. That's why I'm asking this, David. Or for David, Mr. Hawks, if you would want to trade the Dolphins for the Colts. I feel like that might be the trade that would line up for the both of you guys. It's up to you if you want to make that deal or not, Mr. Hawks. While you guys talk about that, any trades, you guys are welcome to make those. Okay. Colts for Dolphins. I'm assuming you're good with that, David. I know you're, and then Jeff is a Colts guy, so I feel like that would make sense. All right. Any other trades, you guys are welcome to talk. Right now, guys, put one NFL team out there. Everybody that guesses a team, you guys are welcome to do that. If you guess correctly, everybody was named that goes in. There'll be 6 chances to guess correctly. You guys will all have a chance at a box of mystery. All right, let's figure out the photos first. All right, there's 2 photos. We got 1, 4, 5, 6, and 8. All right, so 1, 4, 5, 6, and 8. 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. Top 2 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 8 and 6. 8 and 6 will be in this break. That number right there. 8 and 6. All right, those 2. Jerseys. All right. We are just going to take the top 2 jerseys, guys. These aren't numbered. We're just grabbing the top 2 since it was the fresh case tonight. We're just taking the top 2 jerseys. All right. Now for the 2 slabbed cards from Lightning. Brand new case. Alright. The way this works, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 6 through 10, 1 through 5 right there. We will do this 1 through 10. 1 through 10, top 2 numbers. 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 3 and 9. 3 and 9. Alright, so here is box 3. There is box 9. Alright, guys. Switching to Bucks as your guess. Alright. Alright, I'm seeing no other guesses, trades. So I'm going to call no more trades. And that's the updated list. Alright. No more trades, no more guesses. Let's go. Alright, we'll start out with the jerseys. Why not? Alright. This is our first jersey. It's going to be a cut straight across the top. Maybe not. Alright, first jersey. How about this? Great announcer, not a great pro career, but I think he could have been a lot better if he would have held on to his control of his temper. We have, from the Los Angeles Chargers, San Diego at the time, we have Mr. Ryan Leaf Ryan Leaf is going out to Vance. Vance, congratulations. Ryan Leaf on a college jersey right there. College, Washington State. Washington State, Ryan Leaf. To Vance. Chargers. Congrats, Vance. All right, second jersey. Again, across the top. Some more red. All right, here we go. Another quarterback on this one. How about a little Jeff Garcia? Jeff Garcia for the 49ers. Jeff Garcia, San Francisco 49ers. Daniel having a big night. Congratulations, Daniel. That is Beckett authenticated. Former Eagle, Jeff Garcia. He's actually, Ryan Leaf's actually a really good broadcaster. I don't know if you've heard him either on a football game or just doing a radio telecast, talking sports talk. He's really good at it. Happy for him that he's been able to, turn his life around. A lot of 15 years plus of hardships, I guess is the best way to put it. All right, Daniel. F. Garcia on the hit. All right, photo number 8. Photo number 8, game on. Start up here and down there. All right, here we go. Little Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Chad Johnson on the Bengals hit. That'll go out to Mike. Mike, congratulations. Mike's a Cleveland guy, probably first, Cincinnati second. But Chad Johnson going out to Mike on the hit. All right, number 8. Let's get the football duck back. Here we go. Let's go. Look at this. Old school right here from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think 3-time Super Bowl champion, maybe 4. Mike Wagner. Beckett authenticated from the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, Mike Wagner to the Steelers. Nice pull right there. That is going to Vlad. Not bad, Vlad. Alright guys, here are our lightning. Let's go. First one right here. Lots of seals with these things. That's our first one. And we open up the box. And guess what? There's another one. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's awesome. That is such a nice pull. What is this? Flawless. We have a flawless on-card auto. There are 2 teams on this, so this is going to have to get razzed off unless the same person owns both teams. We have from the Rams and the Colts, Mr. Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson. This is going to have to be a battle between the Rams and the Colts because there's 2 teams on this. We don't do games played or anything. We do a razz between the 2 teams here, guys. It'll be a razz between... Actually, it is games played. It should be games played. It's going to be games played. I actually don't know the answer. It is games played. Whoever because I misled. That is games played because it's the same player. It's going to be based on games played. I will hook up with whatever team it isn't with something still, though. All right. I honestly don't know the answer, but someone's going to get an autographed hobby pack, a 2026 autographed hobby pack. Whoever it isn't is going to get the autographed hobby pack. It's games played because it's the same player, Eric Dickerson. If it was different players, it'd be Raz, but it's games played. All right, so here we go. Eric Dickerson, games played. Games played. This is going to be a Rams hit. A Los Angeles Rams hit for games played. Eric Dickerson. Sorry, Colt. Sorry that, again, I apologize, Jeff. But that is the role with it because it is one player. It's based on games played. I'm not, because I was thinking multiple players, but one player would be games played. That would be rewriting the rule if I didn't do it that way. So Jeff, you still will get that auto pack. I get it does suck, but I would be rewriting my rules if I did it differently. All right, Jeff. You know what? I'll let you pick left or right. I will let you dictate which pack you get. There's a guaranteed auto in there at the very least. All right, this is a Rams hit based on games played because it is the same players. That would be I would be rewriting the rules if I changed that. So Jeff, let me know. Would you like left or right there for your pack, Mr. Hawks? All right, Rams. Vance. That is. Left. All right. At least still want to hook you up with something. I know. Because I did give a little bit of the false hope, but didn't guarantee you would get it, obviously. Random.org might have said otherwise, but at least now you're still getting something. And I honestly didn't know the answer to that question. So, all right, not Matt Lauer, Matt Lauder, Anthony Hankerson, Joey Aguilar, your auto will skip for now, Darius Taylor, another Darius Taylor, Jonah Coleman, your auto, Greg out of 100. Greg Dozier, Greg Dozier, running back Greg Dozier is your autograph, number 76 of 100. Greg Dozier is your auto. From the University of Memphis, Greg Dozier, running back. And by the way, these are all 2026 class. So guys, some of those guys are guys that have already been drafted this weekend. All right, guys. Last but not least, here we go. Football right here. Last one. Push it to the side. We have an autograph slabbed rookie, Gem Mint 10. From the Atlanta Falcons. We have a Drake London. Drake London on the hit. Rated rookie going out to Gregory. Congratulations, Gregory. Alright, guys. Congrats. London slapped. Alright, I have Falcons. Let me see. I'm going to put this aside. Falcons, Bengals, Chargers, Rams, Steelers, 49ers for the guesses. Hey, John, you have a great weekend as well. Alright. Steelers, correct guess to Mr. Sweeney. Your name will be put in there. Cowboys, Bills. Mike Widows with the Falcons. Bears. Chargers, Albert. Alright. Those are the three names I see here. Thomas, Mike, and Albert. All right, Thomas, Mike, and Albert. Top game. Gonna get to pick a box of mystery here, guys. 1, 2. I didn't put the boxes out yet. My bad. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. It will be Mr. Sweeney. All right, Mr. Sweeney. Let me put the boxes out there for you, Thomas. Sometimes you just gotta go with the butterfly effect. All right, Thomas. Go ahead and make your selection. All right, going, Thomas, is the egg. All right, Thomas. That means you passed up, Thomas, on the shark. Inside the shark was the whammy. This whammy was your very own sports whistle. All right, missed out on your very own chance to blow your own, toot your own whistle. Then you missed out on a little trash. How about a $15 Dad Break gift card? All right, Thomas. Not too shabby here. How about a little Bowman U Chrome 2025 pack? All right, not bad. 2025 Bowman U. All right. We have Caden Fagan. Darius Taylor. You have a refractor of Mr. Fagan right here. Refractor of Mr. Fagan. I was seeing if it was numbered. Not numbered. And then you have an Alonzo Barnett. Alright, so you got all four Bowman first, and one's a refractor. Alright, Thomas, this card's coming your way. You're welcome. Alright, 2 more breaks remaining. Our baseball bat break, and then our full-size helmet from Gold Rush to end it. These are actually eBay breaks from tonight, both of them, ironically. Alright, guys. Let me hit refresh on this. Alright, guys. In this break, I want everybody out there, you know what? 5 baseball players, and every single person that guesses correctly gets a box of mystery. No whammies, and I will make sure that there's some good stuff in this. All right, so that people guess correctly. All right, baseballs first. I have ball 1, ball 3. We also have 5, 4, 7, 8, and 10. I'll figure out the baseballs first. Our note out there. I forgot to do that earlier. Alright, so 1, 3. Oh, that's a 3, 4, 7, 8, and 10. Times 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 3 staying, but 1's going to get replaced by number 7. Alright, so here is number 7. Here's number 1, number 3. 3 and 7 stay. Box 8 is our placeholder for our bats. We also have 48, 76, and 86. 8, 76, 86, and 48. Either 46 or 48. Either way, we know. It's that one. 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 48. Alright, so hopefully that was an 8 and not a 6, but we'll find out. I think it's an 8. Yep, it was. Box 48. Alright, so it's going to be that guy. And now we'll replace box 8. Alright, friends. We have George with the Diamondbacks and the Braves, Case with the Orioles, Brandon's got the Red Sox, Vance with the Cubs, Nate in the house here with the White Sox. We have Richard with the Reds, Vance with the Guards, Jeff with the Rocks, David's got the Tigers, Vance with the Astros, Case has the Royals, Jeff has the Angels in the outfield. We have Ryan with the Dodgers, Michael with the Marlins, Nate with the Brewers, Barbara with the Twins, Gilbert's got the Mets, Case with the Yanks, TQ with the A's, Daniel with his Phillies, Justin with the Buccos, Case with the Friars, Zach got the G-Men, Richard with the M's, Michael's got his Cardinals, here comes Troy with the Rays, Chris with the Rangers, Mike C with the Blue Jays, and Chris with the Nets. No more guessing. Alright guys, good luck. Good luck, all of you. Alright, here we go, big hit, oh yeah, boo, hello. She lost an arm. I don't know what happened. I think it's over on the side. But her arm is tucked away. She's cold. I sure am. All right, let's take our little note off. Give us a little more space. Secondary seal right there. Coming around. All right, I have to see if he's still with this team. Former top prospect, Rawlings TriStar authenticated, Major League Baseball, first round draft pick from the Astros, Bryce Matthews. Bryce Matthews. Got to make sure that Bryce Matthews is still an Astro though, so give me a moment. Bryce Matthews. All right, he still is an Astro. All right, I just had to make sure. Bryce Matthews, Houston Astro. All right, he's even in the majors, or played a little bit earlier this season. All right, top prospect last year, Astros, Bryce Matthews. All right, Houston Astros. That is Vance. Vance is having a night. Congrats, Vance. Houston Astros, Bryce Matthews. Give me 1 second here. All right, Vance, if you're unfamiliar with Bryce Matthews, here's the write-up. You could pause this later, come back if you need to. Read up on Bryce Matthews, 5th prospect in the Astros organization in all of baseball this year. All right. Bryce Matthews to the Astros. Our first ever Bryce Matthews pull. Alright, so Houston Astros on the board to Vance. Alright, box 7, box 7. You know what? Let's use our mascot. 7. Alright, secondary seal. See that shininess, you can see where that seal is. It's going to wrap to this side. Get a look at that. cut the Rossini seal. All right, well, I think I'll have to see games played, but we might have another Houston Astro. We have a PSA authenticated. When I think of him, I think of an Astro, but he played with the Phillies and the Mets as well. How about the Billy the Kid, Billy Wagner? Billy Wagner on the hit right there. Hall of Famer right there, Billy Wagner. Houston Astros, I believe, going to be the hit. But let's find out. All right, tends to be a hint there. A lot of games for Houston. Yeah, it's going to be a no-doubter. 464 to the Mets. He actually played more with the Mets than the this Eric Burns commercial, I'll tell you. Than the Phillies. But no doubt about it. And believe it or not, Billy Wagner, so if you look at it, 0 games started in the major leagues. If I'm not mistaken, I think he started every game in his minor league career up until he made it to the majors. Yeah, look at this. Look at all these starts he had until he made it to the major leagues. It wasn't until the majors. He literally was started every single game until he made it to the major leagues in '95. Every single game in his entire minor league career was a start until he made it to the majors and then became a Hall of Fame closer. I always thought that was kind of fascinating, that's how it worked out with Billy Wagner's career. He was a minor league starter, became a major leaguer, and closed every single game. Or relieved and then closed. All right, Vance. Fun little fact about Billy Wagner. As he was a prospect, he was actually rumored to be in a trade with the Pirates. The Pirates were in one of many of their rebuilds and were looking to trade guys like Jay Bell, Jeff King, Orlando Merced, guys like that. And the Astros were rumored to be dangling Billy Wagner potentially in a deal. Obviously, it did not happen. Pirates wish it would have. Billy Wagner's glad it didn't. So are the Astro fans. All right, box 48 here, guys. 48. Game on. All right, with this series, it's best to typically open it on the barrel side. That's where they've been putting a cheat sheet. All right, here is a top prospect, guys. All right, Rawlings, authenticated Major League Baseball. We are getting all the prospects tonight. All right. I just have to see. Oh. Okay. I could be wrong. Maybe he's not a top prospect anymore. I remember when he was a top prospect. We have, well, he is, there's only one team he's ever associated with. From the San Francisco Giants. We have Yaro Pomerez. Prospect with the Giants. Yaro Pomerez. Prospect, this is going to be MLB authenticated. Yaro Pomerez. San Francisco Giants on the hit right here. Yaro Pomerez. Giants on the hit. And that is Zach Attack. Zach, congratulations. And because nothing was huge here, by any means, I want to add a little something to somebody. Somebody's going to get a little something here. Alright. I am going to, let's do a Topps Chrome pack to one team. We'll put all the teams. We're going to eliminate the Giants and the Astros. So Giants and the Astros, if they come up on top, Just because that's not a big bat hit, and I want a bigger bat name. All right. Someone's going to get that Topps Chrome pack that's out there. All the teams, if the Astros or Giants come up on top, I'll take whatever team is below them. There's 3, there's 4, and I'll just put your name. We'll open the pack right now. There's 5, there's 6, and 7 times. Seattle Mariners on this. All right, so we'll do the giveaway. The Mariners are going to get this. That is going to go out to Richard. All right, Richard. A little something, Richard. Hope you're feeling better, Richard. All right, Richard. This is going to be your pack, Topps Chrome, right now. This is a 2021 Topps Chrome pack. This is for Richard. All right. We have a Devin Williams, second-year gold Chrome. We have an Alex Kirilloff, who actually grew up in Plum, the same town that I did, same town as Pat McAfee. Alex Kirilloff. How about a Jesus Luzardo? That is a WBC Peru card. And a Nolan Arenado throwback. Let's see, this was 86 Topps. I guess 35. Yeah, 86 on a Chrome 86 Topps Arenado. All right, Richard, a little something for you, a little something extra coming your way, Richard. Just because it was Yaro's not a huge name, I wanted to at least throw a little something in there for you guys. Alright, Yaro Pomeranz going your way. Zack Attack. Alright. Nobody's going to get anything from that as far as guesses. But you know what? I have 2 Allen and Ginter packs. I'm going to give both of these. You guys have stayed up this late. 2 Allen and Ginter packs. As long as you put a guess in on that, you stayed up this late, you're going to get a pack here. A chance at a pack. Alright, top 2 names will get a pack here. 1 has to be a name. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Gilbert and Greg, go ahead, let me know. Either one of you can let me know left or right. There's 2 packs out there, left or right. Gilbert and Greg. Just let me know which pack you would like. One of you, either one of you. Alright, Greg's going with the one on the right. Gilbert's going to get the one on the left. Alright, one of my favorite products here, Allen and Ginter. This one is Gilbert's. Gilbert, this is your pack. Allen and Ginter 2021. How about a Joe Adell finally having a decent point in his career? Took a while. It was a huge prospect. Took a while. Trevor Barpar. Oh, there's the late Joe Morgan. We have a miniature. Good for you, a little pair, the perfect pair. Little miniature pair. How about that? Mr. Max Muncy on this date. And Pedro Martinez. Alright, those cards, those will be Gilbert's. Alright, maybe we can get an auto out of one of these, Greg. Greg, this is your pack. Looks like a junk card on the back, but I'm not positive on that. It is. Junk card on the back. Alright, Greg. Here's a little Chris Bryant. Aaron Nola. We're in Woodruff. Pitch tonight. There's a Jack Morris. Arboreal Appreciation, a Tulip Tree. Tulip Tree. And a Clayton Kershaw. Alright. Always a fun little funky product. I was shooting for the autos out of those too. Alright guys, you guys are welcome. Last break of the night. And it's going to be about 10 minutes after the break ends to get the stuff ready for next Friday's break. So if you want to grab a spot, hang out about 8 to 10 minutes. Just got to make a few edits just because we had... Normally I have enough time to fix that so it's ready right after our break ends. But with the 3 non-paying buyers tonight that I had from our eBay, it took me a little extra to get that stuff resolved. But we'll get things going. Alright, for this, everybody's going to give me one NFL team. If it comes out of the jersey or the full-size helmet, you are going to get a box of mystery. Every single person that guesses correctly will get a box of mystery. Stuck around this long, you got to get a little something, something. That's it. We'll figure out the helmet first because it's a brand new case and these big boys are bad boys. Alright, so that guy is right there. Alright, this will be box 1. This will be box 2. 1, 2. Behind 1 is 3. Behind 2 is going to be box 4. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 1 time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 1. It'll be this guy right there. Alright, jersey. I have numbers 1 and 10 actually. This is number 10. This is number 1. 1 and 10 are our 2 possibilities, guys. 1 and 10. Alright, so 1 and 10. 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 10. Alright, box 10. That's this guy. Box 1. Alright, Brandon's got the Cardinals. David with the Falcons and the Ravens. Mike has the Buffalo Bills. David with the Panthers. Case has the Bears. George with the Bengals. Randy's got the Browns. Charlene with the Boys. David's got the Broncos, Lions, Packers, and Texans. Shaggy, what up, Shaggy? Shaggy's got the Colts. Rick's got the Jags. Brandon's got Brandon L with the Chiefs. Brandon S with the Raiders. Rick with the Chargers. Brandon L with the Rams. David with the Dolphins. Justin's got the Vikes. Rick with the Pats. David with the Saints. Brandon L with the G-Men. William with the Jets. Shaggy's got the Fly Eagle Fly. Rick's got the Steelers. Here comes Vance with the Niners and Seahawks. Jose's got the Bucks. Vance with the Titans. And David sitting on the commode. Alright, guys. Good luck here. No more guesses. Wishing everybody good luck. Last break of the night. Everybody's put a guess in. Wishing you well. We're going to end tonight with a little bit of magic. A little Fitz magic. Get that beer juice all over that. Alright, this is box 10. Seals down here all the way around. Give it a cut across. Good luck, everyone. What? We have a Jets, Jets. Vinny in the Jets. Vinny in the Jets. Vinny Testaverde. Vinny Testaverde. That is JSA authenticated. That is William. Vinny T coming your way. Vinny Testaverde. Alright, William. William's been overdue for a hit, so congrats, William. Alright, guys, last one of the night. Thank you guys, as always, so much for your patronage, your fun, your time, your hard-earned money. I just really do appreciate you guys spending that time with me. A lot of the proceeds go towards my daughter's 529 college fund, so thank you guys so much for that as well. Box one right here. Might have a college hit. Typically, that's a college style. Does look like it's going to be college. Oh, we have a college hit. We have a running back. Started out this past year really, really hot. Cooled down the second half. They actually switched to Ramondre Stevenson, but really good stuff here. How about this? From the University of Ohio State, we have TreVeyon Henderson. TreVeyon Henderson on the hit right there on that Buckeye lid. TreVeyon Henderson. Nice hit for the Patriots. New England Patriots. Unless they traded him tonight and I missed it. But that's a Patriot hit. Rick! Nice hit, Rick. I'm going to take some gloves off. Hands get really sweaty under there after a while. Alright, Rick, congratulations. Patriots. On the hit. Alright. TreVeyon Henderson. Helmet. Alright. Patriots and Jets. The rivalry. For the guesses. Jay Perky has the Patriots as a guess. I don't know who Jay Perky is. Are you in the break tonight? You don't have to be. I just need to know. Jeff, have a good night. But I need to know who Jay Perky is. I need your first name and the first two letters of your last name. And let me know if you're in the break. You very well could be. I just don't recognize the username. Yeah, I just need the first name and the first two letters of your last name. Jeff. Alright, Jeff. There we go. I just didn't know the username, so that's why I had to ask. Jeff, congrats. You are going to get a box of mystery, Jeff. Now, Jeff, the way this works, there are going to be 2 hits and 1 whammy on there. 2 hits and 1 whammy. We're going to have some fun with you here, Jeff. Alright, Jeff. First time breaker with me. First time breaker with me, Jeff. Let's go in there and have some fun. There's silver, there's gold, and there's golden egg. Jeff, there's 2 hits, there is 1 whammy. Good luck, Jeff. Going with the silver. Alright, Jeff. Like I said, 2 hits, 1 whammy. Let's see if you picked one of the hits. If you picked one of the whammies. Alright, so you passed up on the golden box. The golden box had a pack of Score 2022 and Panini Totally Certified. Jeff, you also passed up on the golden egg. The golden egg had a hobby pack from 2022 with a guaranteed autograph rookie. Jeff, that means your first break with me is going to end the night in what we like to call Whammy Central. But Jeff, not all whammies are created equal, because sometimes the whammy can be more amazing than the hits. Whammy! Jeff, congratulations. You just got a Barrel of Monkeys. Yes, the retro game Barrel of Monkeys Funko Pop. Congratulations. These are pretty cool. Hopefully you'll like this, Jeff. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you've had fun tonight. Congratulations. Hey, have a good weekend, Dave. Sorry it wasn't as big of a night as we had hoped, obviously, but hopefully you had some fun as well. Alright, Jeff. You are welcome. And hopefully you'll come back If you have any questions ever, let me know. Alright guys, well, like I said, give me about 5 to maybe 10 minutes to get stuff rolling. If you have any questions, let me know. But we'll be breaking again next Friday. No break during the week. It's my wife's birthday this Monday. She turns 29, so, or so we say. Alright guys, have a great weekend. You guys take care. Let's get my info from Dave. Yeah, let me know. I can connect you guys, David and Thomas. Take care. Hey, Albert, have a great night. Take care. Yes.